actually, selected by 100 Thieves. Versus EDG, we saw Icebox.
Twitch, baby, Twitch. ठेव तिथे. Twitch. Twitch.
Last bout between these two teams at Red Bull. Last time 100 Thieves took it 13-10. Love to see if history repeats itself as we land on Icebox as the final map. We saw that one from 100 Thieves yesterday. Bren was talking about that Omen composition. I loved what we saw from 100 Thieves there.
I think the map was really, really exciting. Obviously, as you said, we understand why Fer want to go there. They look so good. 100 Thieves, they definitely had weaknesses.
मिल पाएगा. B2 में जंगली हूँ no cap. मैं असली में no cap.
But 100 Thieves certainly have been. These guys have just come.
SK freaking Ross. कौन कहता
They are always playing passive on the A side. And look how much 100 Thieves are abusing that.
They've just read it immediately, haven't they?
Krags throws the A knife, and 100 Thieves know there's going to be no resistance here. I think they've got exactly the read on what this defense looks like.
The rotating door is going to signal this one all down to Moj, see what he can do. Not too much pressure just yet, just abiding, waiting his time out, but okay, now it's down to Captain. Not too much as well. 100 Thieves really just swarming every single avenue available to them onto this side. Looks to be fading away there. Asuna quite low. Let's see if he can follow up with anything else. But right now, 100 Thieves not struggling too hard on the pistol round. Flash just to try and evacuate and get back out of there. Play with the rest of his team. Quick dash through now, all down to Kiwi. With the most to do, only down to 10 health. So really difficult task, and that's going to be the pistol round secured.
And Footballists, they did win that opening game against RRQ on Lotus, 13-3, and they didn't have to show their attack side. So that's one of the reasons why I think this is going to be a great pick, because they should have a bit of an advantage once we head into the next half. But their defense side was won by being better on an individual level. I don't believe that it was won by having extremely good Lotus defense strategies. So we get to see here the battle between the IGLs and the battle of the preparation. Have 100 Thieves got what it takes to crack this open and set off to a nice half?
That's going to be a big test, that player quality difference.
So there's the knife again, this KO knife that's landing towards A. And what that means is that they're not going for a heavy, aggressive A setup. They're just doing it to grab a bit of information. Now, sometimes, later into the half, Kiwi is going to be upping behind that knife. But most of the time, Stella's going to read that as just a free entrance into A.
It's a tepid approach from 100 Thieves, just making sure they don't give away too many advantages, obviously, against the Eco. Shorty in the hands of Kiwi up close.
Just exploring the whole of the map.
Yeah.
You can see how Stella's taken a bit of information over towards A. He was using his cam really well on their attack side in the game against EDG just to take space. Really happy to explore the map here. Looks like they're trying to draw attention, but
my words.
Also getting a pick out of nowhere.
They're quite fortunate for Bang, really. Paranoia was ripped across, and it did push them back for but a moment, but look at all this space that's just being gained. Stella quite aware of this now as well. Tries to lurk his way into that forward position.
His lurks are so good on this map. And that's part of why they're playing the Cypher. He just has that informational tool to work around and can use the rest of his team to give him excellent timings. Stella's just been so good in the last few months. These two teams played an off-season game, and you know that's the kind of time where Stella was really coming alive. And this tournament too, he's just been spectacular.
Putting up some insane numbers, considering the role, considering what he's been having to do, all while calling. But Foot, you can see there's not much of an approach from them, looking to just really just play, I think, going down to the spikes, making sure that they deny any ult orbs potentially to 100 Thieves.
Yeah. And round 3 is going to be the important one here for Footballist, but they're not even taking a single weapon out of the hands of 100 Thieves, so it's going to be an extremely good bonus round for the American squad. And I'm wondering here, because Footballist have demonstrated 2 defensive looks, generally speaking, towards A. I guess 3 if you include the operator, but one of them is going to be Moj, the Killjoy, holding A, and they throw that deep knife. And the other one is where they try and play really aggressive for A rubble control, and that's Kiwi's job. And I think that's what they're going to throw out here, and that, again, is going to ask another question of 100 Thieves. Have you got what it takes to deal with this? Because we actually saw this fail quite a lot when Footballist played against RRQ. So Kiwi's going to wall, he's going to stun back rubble, and they're going to try and take control of it. But RRQ just threw out a single stun, and it all fell to pieces. 2 or 3 rounds where they tried this, Footballist did not get very much success. So let's see this big clash over at A rubble.
Yeah, a lot of players going to be meeting them, but actually very passive and patient play by 100 Thieves, not willing to just work their way past that choke point. And when they see all this util coming their way as well, they know exactly what's happening here. It's a hard committal by many of the players like you were talking about, Josh. 100 Thieves are the kind of team where they are going to be doing their homework. Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of what they're doing now, because Footballists are going to get the read that this is going to see. And there's the fight being taken. Mr. Fowl in a wider swing. It only comes out with 1 before being traded. The players are swarming the site. You can see Foot just surrounding for the time being, and Spike's still not getting down into a position here. 100 Thieves making sure that they can clear most of the site before they get into a position. They can try and plan, and there you go. Great discipline from Bang. Making sure that they hold a lot of these avenues, but still, the one approach isn't really being smoked off just yet, and now you can see it. Moj just comes through. Whoa. 3 kills, and it's down to Derek. 1v1 situation. It just can't quite land the shots. Massive performance by Moj. What a hero, exactly when his team needed it. The first kill is perfect too. When you're facing against a team that's excellent at trading, you have to expose the tiniest part of your body. And look, you can just see him there, just barely taking the smallest peaks, not going for the classic Turkish wide swing, because that would open himself up to a trade. Played that one beautifully and won every 1v1. Now, in terms of the macro game too, though, 100 Thieves look like they're just giving A rubble to Footballist. And I don't like that. That means that 100 Thieves and Stella are going to have way less of the map to work with. You've got to challenge this at some point. Of course, it was still a decent bonus, so Footballists have the economic disadvantage, but look again, I think they're just going to get the whole of rubble for free here. 100 Thieves setting their sights on a different section, though. You can see that. Again, a Haunt, a bit of a flash as well, sets them up on these angles quite nicely, farming up the orbs as well, so Asuna has that null command now in his back pocket. This wall from Ada Captain is fantastic too, because it just blocks off re-entry. How is Stella supposed to lurk past that? And it also gives them a timing. They know that 100 Thieves can't be going back into A without that wall going down. I do like this from 100 Thieves though. You've got to break it, because that creates a little bit of pressure. It means the Footballists have to at least jiggle peek it instead of just leaving the wall there and rotating away. Yeah, there was a knife used as well just towards the backside of it, so they know that nobody's lurking on the other side of rubble. And this is interesting, right? They're creating presence there, but not actually backing it up with any people. They're hoping that Footballists rotate a couple over to A to plug the gap, and now they'll get an easier hit. This is all going to come down to Mr. Fallen. Again, has to be the difference maker as the anchoring player, but How can he survive this? All that util being dumped into the back of the site. Sees locking him into place, locking him into position to decay. Still kicking him, but he's still waiting. Tries to take the swing, but the weapon just not good enough. 100 Thieves, for all their trouble, is going to be claiming 2, making sure that the angles are watched for. Kiwi, that's quite nice. 2 instant responses. The stun's still being found, and it's a little bit awkward there, a little bit strained still with the ult ripped out into his hands and time running so low. Had no idea that Krax was lurking on his position, and again, immaculate placement with the crosshair. The Red Bull clutch is going to be claimed.
Red Bull
Foot making it a really difficult task indeed.
This match is set up to be awesome because there's no denying football is the massive underdogs in this game. They played in the off-season too. And went down 0-2 against this 100 Thieves team, but what they demonstrated in the off-season and what they're demonstrating here as well is that the Footballist players, when they find a gap, can just rip everything open. The quality is there. From Marge, from Kiwi, and a bit of a mistake in that round as well from Bang, swinging into the stun that was thrown by Neon. Knocks 100 Thieves down with Eco.
So we'll see if Foot can stabilize. Obviously, still using a couple of Spectres just from that prior round, but looking to hopefully build up the bank with this one round. But massive investment there with Cry actually utilizing that showstopper just to try and get into the site. Space was given to him. There's no challenge there from Foot. A bit of a tap at a spike as well, just seeing if they can get anything else. And they do.
Going to A.
Yeah, the lockdown gets used as a response to this one, but the door's broken, and Stella was lurking this entire time up towards A. So getting a bit of that space, but there we go.
I think that's the second kill that Kiwi's got through smokes in this round.
Yeah, pretty precise spray down. Inflicting the 1 kill for them. They have had to give up the A site, but the spike is really delayed. They're only just trying to get this onto the site now, and it looks like Foot are not wasting any time. Already taking the back of the site in the pit.
Stingers are so dangerous here, though.
Waiting for this util, maybe to just try and pave the way for them forwards, and there you have it. Collapsing, converging, however you want to call it. Easy cleanup for Foot.
Very well done there. Nice position from Ada Captain as well. That creates a crossfire on anybody that might be trying to get aggressive in the post plan. And also just good awareness from Kiwi of the timings of when to span through these smokes. I guess that one's not even quite through a smoke. He's actually spotted the player right as it blooms. But I think one of the big advantages of playing Neon on this map is that Kiwi should just be able to be ahead of the attackers no matter what. Yeah. He's so fast rotating around the map. And it looks like, again, Footballists are going to try and control A rubble. So they're throwing the wall, they're throwing the stun. That means if anybody tries to get across the rubble, they're going to be stunned up and they're going to have a Neon pressuring them immediately. And 100 Thieves don't really have the best comp to try and deal with this. You know, they can't counter-stun Kiwi. They don't have an Omen to teleport over and contest. They've just got to return back to A later on in the round.
And all that space that's been given up, you can see it's immediately vacuumed by the 2 players at Foot, this time holding quite close.
And
again,
I like
same
this,
Sage Wall.
but it's delayed as well. He waits until 120 to put it through. Oh my word, that little angle.
Stella attempts to punish that by just breaking a portion of it, but he almost had his head ripped off in response. While all that was happening as well, Asuna did fall. Not sure if that was a kill through the smoke or what, but body left behind now. It's 100 Thieves left in a 4v5.
And if Footballists can win on this side, on this half, this might just be a dominant map.
That sets them up quite nicely. Cosmic Divide is going to be splitting up the site though. Whole cacophony of utility just being used to try and at least get their way into it. And Foot aren't shy, still not shying away from the fight. You can see holding through, waiting for the right time, possibly for the wall to go down now as well. Great C's just making sure to delay them so they can't quite push through that one. But now the stuns are coming through. Let's see how this fight gets taken. The back of the site, this fight's going to be critical. Already so many shots just going away, and Kiwi again comes up with the goods. 2 kills for him. It's a dangerous game that the 100 Thieves are playing right now, just trying to wait it out, spray down the transfer. The kills are going their way, and no one's really been sticking this defuse. Down to that 1v1, Stella just jiggles, knows that nobody's on this spike, but the smoke is going to be obfuscating it, but a tap, tap, tap at a rifle. It's a strained round, really pushing 100 Thieves to his limits, but a round nevertheless, making it an even scoreline.
You see the advantage there of 100 Thieves being able to get the post plant that's just out in the open. That plant position is amazing. And if you're forced to plant safe, there's no way 100 Thieves are winning that round. Despite the heroics coming out from Kiwi, who's 10-4 right now. 100 Thieves steal one back. That provides a buffer for their economy. All right, where's the op playing? So sometimes they'll be throwing this knife, and Kiwi will be opping behind it. This time, though, Knife is going to go down towards A main, and Kiwi is on C. Does Bang read it? No, he doesn't. Jiggle peeks in, and once more, Kiwi hitting every shot.
Yeah. When we talk about teams like FUT, Turkish region as well, just talent in spades on an individual basis. They've got that confidence.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything to lose. In a game like this, when you know you're the underdogs, you just have to bring it all. There's no pressure.
Yeah. Cool. That can help them out. Just talking some behind the scenes as well, just getting the opinions of various, players and coaches as well. And they did say, don't underestimate FUT coming into this match. Because if they play like they do in scrims,
yeah,
you never know when suddenly, the fundamentals just make it an easy victory for them on some cases.
Yeah, that's the thing. When these Turkish teams play with confidence and when they're hitting shots, it can be so difficult to deal with them.
Horn to try and cross there. Shot just going wide. A wall right in the face of Stella. And he is leading the charge for his team. There's a nade as well, just past that cage, making sure that there's space there. Refight.
Stella again.
It is Stella. This guy's coming up with kill after kill, but it's a pivot play. They break the door, now going to be making their way now over towards B. Neural Theft revealing a couple of the positions there as well of that one kill that they did manage to claim, and it's a very fast plan.
It's going to allow a res, though, onto this player, too, so it should be a 5v4 retake. The question is, can Derek and Cryo make the play?
Yeah, trying to go for the double swing here. There was a res while all this was happening, but the extra layer in this play is Stella just holding that one flank still. It's a hard retake. Everybody from heaven, all four players of FUT gliding through. Kiwi just trying to take the fight to Asuna, but steady aim with the rifle. 2 kills get claimed. Already 2. I'm on the defuse, getting a bit dangerous, but okay. Safe hands. Cryo eventually wraps around, does find a shot.
Stella wins them that round, though, too. The kill onto Mr. Fallen. IGL versus IGL. But the fragging coming out from Stella has just been amazing in this tournament. And to find them that pick that allows them to then pivot through B is massive. Asuna getting 2 while pressured here is likewise amazing, especially considering the pinch that was coming around. Yeah, huge plays from 100 Thieves. Those are the kind of moments that they need. You can't allow all of the big clutch momentum to go in the favor of Footballist. That's one of the things that lost this map for 100 Thieves against EG. They just couldn't stop moments of magic from Jishu and Haodong.
Knocked down to the half by for FUT. Stella. Oh, that angle and the peak!
The triple face!
And yet, moments of brilliance from FUT. It's what makes them a dangerous team. He's trying to claim the gun, backs away. Kiwi does get out with his life, and nice monetary upgrade in the form of that rifle. And already swarming this site, though. It's a fast reaction from 100 Thieves. And this time, it looks like they are trying to fight as well towards the back of the site. Smoke, it was a recall as well, pulled back all the way, and the Sheriff's just not quite good enough. As I say that, though, matching them pound for pound, and nade is really, really fantastic. Taking a lot of damage. Paranoia, though, that's going to be setting them up. The satchels! Oh my goodness, and this is getting so damn messy!
They're giving me flashbacks to Vitality of yesterday, Brent, where the player quality is so dangerous, and the eco rounds feel like Footballist or maybe even favored.
INSANE.
100 Thieves playing with the fear of God in them as they swing these corners.
And his shots were just magnificent.
But also, I mean, even Derek's final kill there, I feel like if he's against a rifle, he takes his time, he's a little cleaner, but just relying on the spray and spraying and crouching. It's a really messy round that lends itself perfectly into the strengths of Footballist.
It was quite forced in that moment.
But I mean, he's watched everybody else die around it.
Yeah.
And 4-4 the score. 100 Thieves' economy has been getting squeezed in this game. Losing a Thrifty doesn't help. Asuna fans?
Yeah, apparently. Does it count for 100 weebs?
What, sorry?
Asuna. Does it equal to 100 weebs?
Well, I'm not sure. He's just one, isn't he?
Just one man. Yeah.
He's only one man. What can one man do? So a timeout here called. 100 Thieves with an opportunity to consult with the coach Mikes about what they should do in this round, because I think it's not clear whether you should go for a force buy or not. They have big ults to work with. They could make it work, but if they don't, it's probably the half. You know, you're looking down the wrong end of 7-5 or 8-4 if you lose this.
Yeah, not the best of halves. So it is that full investment from 100 Thieves and a bit of a gamble for them. But with their setup.
So here comes this long-range knife. You see all the way back from cracks.
It does feel like 100 Thieves have been doing their homework. They recognized, at least in the past, it means that there's a bit more of a passive hold, as it is just Moj holding down onto the back of A, anchoring.
And I think you get the read from the Sage wall anyway, right? Yeah. You see that Ada Captain's walled off B, so I think breaking the B wall and then pivoting back to A is going to be a pretty decent game plan. Futbolists not really reading the gap in their defense, as they have 3 players stacked on C, while Bang goes and pokes and prods, seeing whether this, maybe one time they fake it.
What option do they want to take here? Stella is still containing as well through that C choke point, making sure that none of the defenders end up trying to press the advantage that they have. It's a risky moment here, down to about 50 seconds in the round, and whatever call gets made, looks like the spike is leaning towards that A site.
I'm really surprised that Futbolists aren't trying to move somebody over his way. They're just planning to play a full retake setup here.
Yeah, Knifeful to try and fake some presence towards B, I believe, latching onto one of the targets, which was Ada Captain. He's not going to be able to hear those sound cues, and that's going to set them up. Oh my goodness, Showstopper into the turret. What did they do to deserve that? The full retake setup being played by Foot, just backing away, making sure they don't give away too many easy kills. They know that they have that weapon advantage, the rifle advantage, and it's going to be down to Stellar, honestly. He's taking an incredibly late flank this entire time. The backup plan for them, but timing is going to be so important, especially if Foot decide to take this with some speed and pace. Finally starting to get injected. Fight's being taken, bit of rifle spam. Sounded quite messy off to the side, but it was a kill claimed. Now that flash to re-clear, Cryo dodging, weaving, ducking in a double face up, fully blinded up still. Derek, how does he claim that one? And they do eventually shut down the retake.
Watching this game so far, it feels like aim versus brain. It feels like Futbolists are just able to win no matter what their decision making in some of these rounds, because the player talent is absurd, and for 100 Thieves to be able to win these situations, they need to be working the map, pulling the rotates, identifying gaps in the defense, getting into good post-plant setups, supporting each other well, like all of the fundamental stuff is still being done really well for 100 Thieves, and then only 5-4 up despite getting pistol and follow, because Foot are that dangerous. Here they have Sheriffs in the hand again, Mr. Fallen with the Guardian. I'm not counting them out whatsoever.
Gotta respect it. That prowess that they've been showcasing. Really precise aim. And this is a contact push. 3 of the players deep down C, and here that presence towards B. Looks like they want to try and take the fight, but contained in good time. The door's rotating around. Those kind of angles, he's gonna need a miracle to try and find a kill or two. Moj looks like he wants to try and take some risks.
Yeah, really safe stuff. Very nicely done by 100 Thieves on the contain. Even if those 3 players had decided not to open the door, but had instead pushed it to spawn, Stellar and Bang were ready and waiting.
The side's going to be given up. Should be a free plant. Not too much risk of this going wrong. So we've seen some miraculous stuff. Okay, well, Mr. Fallen almost getting away with one there. The 2 players, the remaining players, have put their falling, so Prime Gaming flawless, keeping the money going strong now for 100 Thieves. Starting to build themselves up to a nice sizable lead. Stellar as well will be able to get a bit of a weapon upgrade as well, finally getting rid of that stinger.
Kiwi goes back to the op. But just taking a look at kind of the round in a replay, that 100 Thieves, that is how you deal with an eco round. Super ready for push. All of the players spawning each other and really precise. That's what you expect them to look like.
100 में से मैं तो 60-70%
over on C again. Hasn't decided to op on A this entire time.
Leaving B completely open.
At this time, they are actually following that KO knife over at A.
This is a dangerous moment, Stella. Waiting right into the sightlines of Kiwi.
Will they expect Mr. Fallen to be here? Every other time, this KO knife has meant there's nobody on A, we're holding passive.
They've been clearing this sometimes with a KO knife to the back of the ruins, but Mr. Fallen could be just that extra thorn in their sides. He tries to take a fight. Maybe around the time of the haunt, he knew he was going to be revealed. Even the Nightfall, making sure Nobody's just hiding behind these boxes. Okay, spam down the wall, why not?
Hugless, baby, hugless. Oh, hugless.
Even isolating that fight as well. Ada Captain just feels like he maybe has to take a risk there. Fighting that one, and what a flick from Cryo. The readjustment. Crosshair placement wasn't the cleanest in the world. You gotta be kidding me. Double satchel plays.
Shot देखा नहीं तो अभी का.
He's latching on.
वो double satchel मार के इसके मुंह पे आ गया.
We're in a bit of trouble. Obviously cutting off all the sound cues, but there's that 2v3 retaking with the operator. Never advisable. Foot might just opt into saving this round, playing it really safe. Or not. Still looking like they actually want to fight this one. A flash ready in the hands of Asuna though. Bit of a pre-fire. They see the stars down. Now the wall blocks off that sightline. Pop flash play pushing through. Fully blinded up, but the spam. Blessed by God in that moment. It feels like still the stun finds one. With the rifle upgrade still. A slide off angle. Asuna is favored.
I don't think that was even spam. Bang was holding anti-flash, ready for the play to be made.
Ah, I see.
And I think you just get another glimpse into the thought processes of 100 Thieves and how good those fundamentals are.
Just discipline.
Yeah, and also the diligence there to clear this out. They've been getting the A side of the map for free a lot of the time, and they're still super diligent about clearing out Mr. Fallen in that position. Round 9 really was the pivotal turning point. If 100 Thieves had lost that, we would be seeing a very different half. But after they managed to cement their victory there, they're running away with this.
So this next one's going to be an important one for Foot. That same pressure being applied towards A main. You can see the knife as well, a forward position by Kiwi. But nothing out of the usual for 100 Thieves. They've been playing most of these attack rounds very slowly.
Yep. The only unusual thing is that Bang was using an attacking operator, but you know, having not seen anything, he now just swaps back over to the Phantom and chucks it over the edge, I believe.
Modge.
Just taking up the space towards C. 2 players holding it down. They're going to have to be the difference maker.
Cryo double blast pack play, perhaps?
Yeah, ball being picked up. There's a Haunt online, just contacting.
Wow.
Right into the sight lines, right into the sight lines. A margin to swing is good, but just can't quite find the kill. Fragment nade also a little bit delayed. Unable to really push past that onslaught of the 100 Thieves players, making sure that they take the entirety of the site. Even that plan going down, Asuna is low. There's a paranoia, wasn't really linked up with anything else. Making sure that they clear all of this. The knife though, moving the ult away from Kiwi. This is going to be difficult. There is a res online. The captain could try and bring somebody back right behind the wall there. What do they want to opt for? Pushing forwards.
But it's still that incredibly good post-plant position.
Yeah, and how do you disrupt this? There's no one on the flank. Lockdown's going to be used. This is going to be gaining a bit of space for them, but time is starting to run low. What a shot, Kiwi.
The lockdown might do it.
Massive still. Overplays his hands now to showstopper. It's giving him that kill. Fires the rocket, but it goes just directly wide. And now the captain pushing forwards. Tap into the spike, but the lockdown, okay, defusing half of it. It's down to Bang. Stunned up, spray down. Has to buy this time. Mr. Fallen's done it. Absolutely majestic gameplay. Despite the heroics of Bang, just unable to pull it through for them. And so Foot, they gain themselves a respectable half.
It certainly is respectable. 5'7" footballists. They showcased their ability to hit some absurd shots. And also what a great lockdown towards the end there to push everybody back and disrupt that post plan. Footballists also have not showcased their attacking side very much because they destroyed RRQ on this map. So 100 Thieves are now going blind into the second half.
Yeah, so an interesting Lotus awaiting us as well into that second half. But before all that, the desk is going to be breaking down what we've seen so far.
Thank you very much, guys. A 7-5 half, but my God, Mimi, that was scrappy.
Yeah, it really was. And
that was scrappy. भाई लय बोलत राहते रे ही पोरगी हा रे तरी रे एवढं धाड 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 बाकी लोकांना चान्स देते की नाही हे पण व्हॅलोरंटची जॅकेट आहे हिने घातलेली. ह्याला व्हॅलोरंटला तिथंच घालायला वाटतं असं असेल काय हा ना. हा रे सोरा. भाई इंस्टाग्रामचा काहीतरी झालाय मला पण वाटत इंस्टाग्रामचा काहीतरी झालाय. इंस्टाग्रामचा काहीतरी झालाय मला पण वाटत आहे. मेरे को लग रहा है इंस्टाग्राम में कुछ तो हुआ है. चल ही नहीं रहा बराबर.
So just before we get into
13,
the
12,
action,
10,
we
10.
listen.
Stiller भाई
Beautiful
झूल
day
रहे
for attack
4
pause,
पे.
isn't it, Josh?
I love it.
Yeah, I love them. Lovely weather outside.
It does give us an opportunity, though, to talk about how important this upcoming half is. Because footballists have got to win this map, man. If they want a chance at getting the upset, it's not happening on Haven and
तेरा इंस्टाग्राम हो रहा है कि सिर्फ मेरा ही हो रहा है?
I just don't see a world where that's
हाँ तेरा भी हो रहा है
the
ऐसा?
route to victory here.
इंस्टाग्राम का
It's
तेरा
got
भी
to be
इशू आ
on
रहा है?
Lotus, the map where they won,
इंस्टाग्राम का तेरा भी
100
इशू आ रहा है
Thieves
क्या
lost, the map where 100 Thieves don't know what's coming at them in the second half.
ओ
I think if
भाई
footballists are going to deliver an
देखा
upset,
मेरा काला जादू है बच्ची सजूद
it's
को.
got to happen right
अरे
here.
Starts here.
मेरा
That
काला
means
जादू है
the
मतलब.
pistol is crazy important. And then following on from that, the Des talked about it a little bit, but getting crazy value out of the Neon, maybe some Sage wall boosts, stuff that we've seen from, you know, Paper X and other teams like that in the tournament so far.
Yeah.
I want to see something interesting, something creative, and some moments of magic.
It is that narrow lead for 100 Thieves, but as Adeska's mentioned, as we've mentioned, it's uncharted territory for them. If they're looking to try and counter-strat, obviously the map pick being
entering this series, FUT won 89% of the post plants.
Favoured side
8
at
out
the
of 9.
beginning. Initially, it's the way it works, and
yeah,
maybe they had an idea
By
in mind
post
as well
plants
of what they
by
wanted to do to disrupt.
9
But
में से 8
who
बार
knows
जीते
how
भाई
happy
लोग.
they are with those 7 rounds.
प्लांट करके तुम लोग हारते नहीं
yeah,
जल्दी.
and just to kind of talk a bit about when these
तेको
two
मालूम
teams
है
clashed
मालूम
in
है
the
पोदा
off-season.
वाइटलिटी ना
Footballers'
वाइटलिटी
post
नहीं.
plants were really good. You
कल
saw
से
the
5
stat
मैप
there,
खेला.
89%.
एक भी
That's only against
पहला 3 खेला जी के
RRQ.
टाइम पे
There's
और
a
कल 2
massive
खेला.
difference
पांचों के
in our
पांचों में पे पिस्तौल राउंड नहीं निकाला
expectations,
लोगों.
in what the players have done in the past.
दोनों साइड
Also
अटैक नहीं
the
मतलब
team have done
हर मैप में 2 बार ना
100 Thieves and
5-10 बार लोग
So I think
10-0 डाउन है वो
are
लोग.
going to be pressed in the post plants.
एक भी
And
बार
it's
पिस्तौल राउंड
important,
नहीं निकाला
though,
लोग.
the 100 Thieves actually apply a ton of pressure. When you look at what they've got to try and close up these choke points and play aggressive against them, they have nade from Asna and from Cryo. They got pulls, they got seizes, they got all sorts of denial on the plant and denial on getting through the choke points. I think footballers should not be allowed to get into those comfortable post-plant systems. But here we go, into the pistol round, and this one might mean everything for footballists.
Might mean everything, and Josh, you said they shouldn't be allowed to get into those comfortable post-plant situations, but sometimes Foot will just barrel forwards. They'll take names and take a scalp as well. Cryo immediately going to be the first casualty.
He had no idea that Kiwi was going to be running at him with that kind of pace. I think he got killed with Boombot in his hand.
So an unfortunate error there. But Foot, of course, fast to play this one, and look at where Kiwi is. I mean, he has just looked all the way through the connector.
I don't think Asana
knows
knows
this
he's there.
Space over the top, though, trying to find the shots. Bang! Rare whiff from him, a bit of beef being served up. Rotating around Asana, over to at least even the scoreline, even the fight that's being taken, but now left down to just Derek in that 1v4. Finds the first one. He is going to try and make it happen, but would have been good at not allowing any of those isolated one-on-one fights. Anticipating that, a little bit of a peek as well, trying to take this fight. He doesn't know where they are. There's a crossfire, an almost impossible task, and indeed it is. Finalize the pistol round for Foot. Fantastic beginning.
And we said it's a must-win pistol round, and they must be able to get value out of the Neon. Kiwi got so much value. Catching Cryo with his pants down, and then running through, backstabbing Asana, and gives all of the info to the rest of his team on where Asana's playing. 100 Thieves had no idea that Kiwi had gotten that deep. This Neon has got to be a win condition for Foot, and 100 Thieves have got to keep better track of it.
Kiwi currently sitting at 17 kills. He's been the difference maker.
He certainly has.
Starting off on the right foot as well. Now 100 Thieves knocked down to that eco round.
It should be an easy one here for Footballist. I mean, you look at the map, the way that 100 Thieves are grouped up doesn't seem to be pressuring anybody. Footballist, though, off the back of the turret being killed, and they could hear a lot of pistols, but they chose not to aggressively push into C. So they've actually offered an opportunity clumped up death ball to challenge them.
Yeah, and they're going to be matching them with the pistol. Still, stun rattles through. The rifle in the hands of Kiwi. Absolute weapon of death.
Give him a Spectre and let him run at people. All right, fair enough. The Vandal still was saved. Same kind of thing.
Oh, Derek's doing some serious damage here with that pistol. Frenzy, making the most of it. 2 players knocked down to very low health, and well, Asuna, last man standing. Spots the one, not going to be given an easy angle to fight over.
But this is going to be massive for the bonus round.
Yeah, beautiful.
Only losing 2 players and keeping 2 rifles and a bulldog into the round. Kiwi has his ultimate to work with. This is already put a lot of pressure on 100 Thieves so early.
And one of the strengths as well that we were talking about with 100 Thieves setting it up. Even I was talking about it in a pre-show as well with the Telestrator, but the pure fundamentals from 100 Thieves, being able to take those fights, the player quality, being a bit of a difference maker, but also having each other's backs. A team like Foot, they really do test that.
Yeah.
They push you to your limits. They make sure that, listen, they're going to be winning the first fight, then the next one, then the next one. That's what you can come to expect of a team like this, and it's been demonstrated over and over again in these rounds.
I mean, at the moment, 100 Thieves just need to shut down Kiwi.
He's running away with it.
He's got 20 kills in 14 rounds. It's absurd. I mean, some of them were farmed there on the eco players, but even before that, he was dominating.
And just a little bit of presence being shown. There was a haunt to re-clear through sand on the seaside of the map there for 100 Thieves. So they've got to be aware that somebody could have been late lurking, I suppose, but right now it's all Foot taking all that space towards ruins on A.
There's a couple of trips here. The first one for information, and the second one looks like a kill trip. So we'll see whether Kiwi runs into that.
All popped off, waits it out. Those are the one trip waiting, but okay. Asuna didn't have any visual cues or indicators other than the trip being broken, and now Stella down to him to hold down that line of sight angle, a bit of ADS fire one after the other, but Foot do claim their space, and they're going to be able to get that spike down, this wall, causing problems. Asuna has to be careful just in case somebody was holding out on top of it. Now those fundamentals, that scaling, being able to trade each other out. That's what's really going to be pushed once more for 100 Thieves. How do they get into this one? Smoke pushes it back. Mr. Fallen already claims one, though. Behind the box, a wider swing. And oh my goodness. One after the other. They all crumble and all fall beneath Foot.
Let's fucking time out.
Foot with another post plant that they're allowed to get into and get comfortable at. And the positioning is nice. I think the real key for 100 Thieves is to play more flood retakes. And what I mean by that is, as Footballists are going for the plant, before they get into position, that's when you've got to instigate the retake. Because when you allow Footballists to set up where they can play off each other, then they look scary good. I think one of the weaknesses of Footballists is they're not able to construct that on the fly very quickly. But if you give them 5-10 seconds to set up, then they look nasty. Footballists have had a great opening to this half, and another one there as well. Being able to win the pistol, the bonus round, despite Kiwi going down, showing that he's not just carrying the team. I said this was a map that they had to win, and so far, so good for Foot.
Yeah, looking like a very solid beginning. Moments away from potentially that 9th round being claimed as well. It's a free site for them. Again, going to go through the layers of it, making sure that they use the util, clear the side out. Don't want to be caught unaware by any players lurking towards it. 100 Thieves are grouping up
down
towards
down
the A side. Hard one though with the weapons that they've got in their hands. Unless they give something away. Kiwi still looking to take the fights. That kind of confidence, man. I mean, he's just got it over and over again. Willing to take the fights even at the risk of potentially falling, but no, easy as it's done.
Prime game in flawless, isn't it? This next one is another pivotal round. I talked previously about round 9 and how important that was for the ult economy and the swing for the rest of the half. I think you're seeing another one right here.
The same applies. Yeah, absolutely.
Round 17, going into it, 100 Thieves have got to win this one. They're a few away from some massive ultimates, But I think one of the big problems, 100 Thieves have not been able to control A Rubble at all. Now they're putting a bit more of an emphasis there. Got a seize, I believe, in the hands of Derek, along with the 0 point.
It looks like a haunt, actually, just a knife into the back as well with it, but immediately, I mean, Foot do not care. You throw your util, it's going to be cleared out, and there wasn't really any added threat placed behind that one.
Yeah, I mean, nade used for cryo too, but against Footballist comp, especially Kiwi on the Neon, it's really hard to predict the timing of where he could be going.
And talk about that pressure, bang. The back of the site now, all the util being flooded his way. It's a paranoia as well, so he's blinded up. Wall, similar position there, taking a fight. I mean, the wall just rotating around.
So good though. That shut it down. It's got to be a save from 100 Thieves.
Has to be.
They've got no chance.
Unless you start taking risks. Bangs out in the open though. He knows that someone's planted close to that corner. Astral form, popping it off there, and that's going to be a TP out to disengage. Not cleared, not watched for. Angles tries to flick towards the cranium of Kiwi, but they're just investing everything into this, and it's desperation. Derek trying to make a moment of it, trying to get a clip, but will not happen. Shut down, and Foot leading. 3 rounds now between them.
If they had saved 3 rifles there, they might have still been able to delay that pivotal moment 1 step further and put together something for round 18. But by committing to the retake, I think that's a massive blunder, because they've just set Footballist for a perfect sweep of momentum heading deeper into this map.
Yeah.
100 Thieves are now in very desperate territory. And I think that you're seeing the weaknesses of this composition. While it's very good for controlling the map on some other, or rather, it's very good at controlling territory on some other maps. Here on Lotus, it's too big, the choke points are not small enough to get value out of the Seize nade, and they don't have information. As soon as Footballists take away Rubble from them, 100 Thieves don't have info on the rest of the map. There was only Bang on C, he was forced to play retake, and 100 Thieves don't even have a great retake comp here. They haven't demonstrated an ability to retake at any point in this map. Footballists are running away with this, and they look like they've got a much better idea of how to play Lotus.
Understandable. It's their map pick. They looked pretty fantastic. Admittedly, not really tested too hard when they played against RRQ, but we referenced earlier, I think, 100 Thieves coming into this match and entering that second half. That was the unknown territory, and really feel it, I think, as well, just how important it is that 100 Thieves have a good read on their opponents and what they're going to be doing. Right now, weaknesses just being pried apart.
So once more, we're going to see the clash over towards A. Just a small one, though. Kiwi's not committing to this, so I think Foot are going to allow 100 Thieves to control this area just a little bit.
So the question is,
the Prowler knife, who really pushes up? Does anyone try and take this space?
Looks like the whole team is. They're on a Stinger and Sheriff buy right now for 100 Thieves, so willing to take these risks. And I mean, Foot are so damn aware that they could be pushed here. You can see the ping. Mr. Fallen's not opening himself up to a wider angle. He's letting them push into them.
Mad flash, mad flash.
Paranoia though, this is the time to fight up close and personal. Usually the Stinger favorite, but
100 kills का game बन गया
time, Mr. Fallen.
That is so dangerous.
Away with it.
So dangerous from Mr. Fallen.
His
teammates had just left, thinking he wasn't going to go for that play, and he's just, YOLO, whatever, he has a better gun, so he ends up on the positive side of it and gets a heal from Ada Captain, so he's dealt with it.
Yeah, and a bit of a disconnect now as we enter that mid-round.
And 100 Thieves don't tend to be that dangerous. Their player quality is really high. Just as high as these guys. They tend to play in such a structured way.
लोगों को इधर टाइटल से मतलब है कि कुछ पैसा का तेल लगा नहीं इधर ऐसा सीन है.
Foot are now waiting into the site. There's 2 players holding.
पैसा तो मिलेगा मुझको मालूम ही है.
And they've heard the footsteps, so they're calling for
title.
rotates.
They don't have a paranoia or the flashes all the way through. It's down to Stella, but he cannot claim the kill. It's Kiwi once more. Massive performance.
Oh.
So many shots going to be fired now. A bit of a reset of the aim. The angle being found. The time is running low. Foot going to make it. Absolute freak of nature.
Well, let me just eat my words.
Thirsty.
100 Thieves spoon-feeding my comments back to me. That is ridiculous from Asuna.
Spacing from Foot there, just not wide enough.
3K मारा उसने भाई
Sheriff से 3K. You can see those shots. I mean, lined it up perfectly for him. All he's got to do is rattle them away.
Stevie का भाई लग रहा है ये.
And I think Bren, you were right on the money there.
Stevie का भाई लग रहा है.
Too many footsteps, ironically, from foot. And 100 Thieves read it, stack 4 players there.
और जो इनका कोच बैठा है 100 Thieves का. नॉर्किया लग रहा है, बॉलर नॉर्किया.
Massive round for them to be able to take away here.
देख डर वो डर.
Similar presence by 100 Thieves here. They throw the horn, but there's not too much else being used behind this. This does apply that kind of pressure to Derek because he's had to just play all the way back. He pretty unaware currently as well. With all these smokes blocking these line-of-sight angles, with how far back he is, he's had to call for rotates. It weakens the rest of the defensive hold for 100 Thieves as they have pulled over 3 of the players.
It weakens some of the hold, but Bang's getting good info towards C, so he knows this isn't a fake. They can full commit, and now we get to see how good does 100 Thieves retake look. They're not. Oh, they are going for a flood.
Stopper, yep, flooding right back in with the ultimate. We have to see value in the middle. Guesses incorrectly, right to the side. Crack's still making the most of this one, and Ada Captain holding the line, making sure that nobody can wade past that one sight line. It's up to them to try and find some heroics here. Stella tries to reset the aim here. He's going to be on 70 health, drops down low in that 1v2. Players low, but the angle not afforded to him. Ada Captain, what a finish to that one. 11th round gained here for Foot, climbing ever so closer to that critical map 1 win.
Just when 100 Thieves pull out magic to get back into the map, Footballists slam the door in their face once more. And that post plant was lovely. And also, I got a question. Every time we've seen Cryo try and get back into somewhere with his ultimate, he doesn't have a great read on where to fire it. He looks awkward. He's not taking as much space as possible. I think maybe, and it's still a bit too early to say, but maybe you're starting to see some of that lack of comfort that you wouldn't get with Cryo on Jet.
He's sitting at 10 and 15, so it's always a possibility.
This time, a lot of people from 100 Thieves behind that utility on A Rubble. And it's again going to put pressure on Bang. We saw him just have to retreat last time. Now it looks like he's standing his ground.
Everything on Bang. Shoulders still delivers a kill, finally shutting down Kiwi. Absolute menace that he's been opening up these sites, but the Thieves are going to be afforded now a 5v4 situation for their retake. Derek opens up the door. This is dangerous, but Cryo's watching the other side of it, the other avenue still, not really trying to play with a bit of pace here. There is a punish there on the res. Kiwi once more being brought down and up close to the wall, Mr. Fallen. No opportunities afforded to him. He tried to push past that stage wall as it was broken, but that structure, that discipline, it does rear its head once more for 100 Thieves, so they do get that round, and so back and forth.
Yeah, this map has been insane so far. 100 Thieves are refusing to give up. Every time it looks like they're out of the map. Round 18, round 20, they're winning the necessary thrifties. I suppose not really a thrifty there, though, from 100 Thieves, because they committed to it, but it was a broken buy. That was weak. They weren't favored. Only Bang receiving 5 players, and he got massive results out of it.
The fact that he even gets 1 kill there, fully blinded up, I think, from the paranoia. Yeah. And still gets out of his life.
And just buying time and stopping from Footballists feeling comfortable for the rest of 100 Thieves to get their value.
Heavy presence, though. This fight being taken. And this is a close angle that's being held by Derek and the rest of his team here. Even that util being dumped in. And this can get dangerous if you don't have the proper tools to try and contain, especially as Kiwi opens himself up. Slight angle there. The door being open means that Derek does have an avenue to escape. That slow pressure being put down onto them. 100 Thieves looking like they really want to fight hard for Ruins here. They're aware of players still watching, still holding these positions.
They were hoping to catch Footballist in transition there. They just waited, delayed for a little while, and then opened the door and kind of were hoping to collapse on a few players out in the open. But Footballist was still diligent and disciplined. Now that 0 point finds really good info from Asuna. I think they should have the read that this is heading towards B or C.
Starting to rotate now. Players flooding. Asuna's going to be left onto A just to hold that side down, but that's going to be the incorrect call from him still. Has to show at least that he's thinking about it. But that lockdown being used is going to push 100 Thieves back, so not going to be able to get onto the angles to try and deny space into the site. Foot are going to be able to walk their way in now with 25 seconds left. Very aggressive war. Cryo, heads up play from him, actually pre-firing the top section of it. Now this rotating door, but there's a crossfire. It's deep in sand. Many fights being taken of great importance right now.
12-9 हो गया रे बाबा पहिला में
100 Thieves
12-9
are struggling to get anywhere. These slow orbs are really bogging them down. They just can't quite find the footing to get into this. The satchel possibly to push them forwards. Fight being taken, Cryo wins it. Up close again, the second is there. Now the nade, rebounds forwards, it's all down to Kiwi with 2. But eventually he goes down, still planted, time, running low, down to Moch, gets the first. Will he get the second? The top of the spike, he will! And now bang, half HP and tap again. 12-9, the Red Bull clutch. What a difference maker.
यहाँ से comeback होएगा.
Incredibly good idea in the round from Footballist as well. It's Moj who opens the round up with the lockdown. And off the back of that ult being used, Footballist push forward and take as much space as they possibly can. The retake was happening on 3 angles,
39,
and Moj stayed solid against that rotating door from B, and is there to win by just, as you said, Brent, tap, exactly where they needed on that amazing plant position. It's all off the lockdown.
Oh my goodness!
What an opener.
What a punish.
This might be it for the map.
And at 4v5, it's pushing 100 Thieves to desperation. Showstopper, it's close, it misses! Again! Does he not claim the kill? And amongst the salvage, amongst the rubble, it's Foot that are reigning supreme. And Kiwi, he's not messing around. The space being gained, the shutdown in place. 4 kills to take the map.
GG go next. GG go next. GG go next. GG go next. क्या नकली मैच हुआ भाई, नकली 100 ट्यूश. कुठे रे तुला रील आली ती भाई, सर्वांना येतात ती रील भाई, त्यांनी प्रमोट केला व्हिडिओ. हा भाई मला पण आली. आम्ही गेलेलो महाशिवरात्रीच्या दिवशी, तिकडेच गेलेलो. तर काय झालं, संपलेलं आम्ही गेलेलो तिथपर्यंत. सीन ते झालेला, आम्ही गेलो ते राम वंदे वडेवाले ना काहीतरी नाव आहे, आम्ही गेलो त्याच्याकडे. आम्ही गेलेलो. B to my jungle, you may no cap. बंद करू फैन, कैमरा बंद करू का? वेब बंद हो गया. हाँ किया. क्या हुआ? ओ भाई कशी झाली रे, बसून कॅमेरा चालू करत आहे. बी टू मैं जंगली मुन्नो क्या साले, देखो ओटीपी चले गए कैसे. हरामजादे ये लोग, हरामजादे. कौन है ये लोग? हरामजादे. ओटी बंद होणार काहींची यार. क्या हमारी ओटी बंद होगी? ओटी बंद होगी. मैं असली में नो कैप. बीट में जंगली में नो कैप.
बीट में जंगली में दो कैप. डीट में सन की. एक मिनट बोरा करन.
चुप रैपर चुप रैपर.
ला बोरेला स्किन बदलवा दे.
स्किन बदलवा दे. अरे क्या मस्ती कर रहे हो?
मैच फाउंड.
शर्म है.
आजकल या बहुत से जन के मिलते ही ओकेशन ए. नो टाइम अगर नो पेशेंस तुझे चाहिए लोकेशन.
अरे लंगड़ा स्प्लिट पे क्या खेलूं?
तू खेल कुछ.
आता ही नहीं. साइफर खेलूं क्या? साइफर बच्ची
बाका चौदा क्या होता है?
साइफर खेलता फुल अच्छी. केयूर गूंगा हो गया क्या?
केयूर बोल ही रहा है.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा मेरे को उसका.
तो वो डिस्कॉर्ड में बोल रहा है. अभी बोलेगा देख.
गूंगे
ओ बाका चौदा.
अगर केयूर गूंगा तो वैभव क्या?
मतलब मालूम है तुम लोग को?
हाँ वैभव क्या?
हाँ बोल क्या बोल रहा है? हाँ
केयूर गूंगा तो वैभव क्या?
मीनिंग मालूम है?
नहीं रे नहीं पता.
बंगाली में.
भाई ऐसा भाषा में बात देगा मेरे को कैसे?
गैल चोइदा ऐसे मतलब.
शर्म है तेरे को? शर्म है? फैमिली फ्रेंडली स्ट्रीम चालू है. शर्म है?
फैमिली फ्रेंडली.
रात की फैमिली फ्रेंडली स्ट्रीम चालू. रात की शर्म है?
बाजी चालू થઈ ગઈ.
बोका चोदा.
मेरे से मत बात करो. मेरे से बात करो.
ए बच्चे. ओ बच्चे.
कौन तू भाई? आप कौन?
जा तो जल्दी चल.
हाँ आप कौन?
પણ હમણાં થોડુંક તો આવી ગયું ને.
वो करूँ ये तो करवा दे मम्मा.
ना नहीं था इन्हें के ना.
भाभी भरते हुए.
हाँ वही.
हाँ हो गई.
आगे भाभी भरते हुए.
क्या भाभी?
भरते हुए बोलो हम बोले चैम.
मतलब?
बोले चैम.
अच्छा.
बोलो के गाली भरते हुए ऐसे मतलब भरते हुए ऐसे.
साइड में खेलने दे भाभी.
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
भाभी
खेलने देते हैं. हाँ?
भाभी गेमर गर्ल है. उर्वी तो गाड़ी भी नहीं बोले क्या सागर?
रिकनेक्ट. स्टार्क रिकनेक्ट कितना चाहिए? बॉबली 69 बॉबली 69 स्टीव.
I would make fun of their dumb faces, but they're us. They look stupid.
ए बोका चोदा.
गैर चौदिया.
कितनी मजा आई थी ना. ओके सागर.
अस्त्र खुट्टो લઈને પૈરા કરે છે. એ રમતા આવડતી નહીં ને.
Going B. મીડ જાવ તારે.
મીડ એમ અસ્ત્ર હોય ને તો હાથે એમ સ્મોક બેક કરીને દોયડા કરવાનું યાર. ડ્યુલિક્સ ની જેમ રમાઈ ને કઈ. અહીંયા જાવ ને અહીંયા જાવ ને.
ચલ આપણે
ફ્રેન્ડલી લેવું બહુ દિવસ છે.
One suppressed.
मार उड़ाएगी.
ભાઈ કहाँ છે?
नेड आई मारी पर सागर चल.
હવે દોયડા જ રાખો. નેડ આપણી પાછળ જતો રહે.
Blocking vision. Fall back.
સ્મોક બેક કરીને અહીંયા જતો રહે. અહીંયા.
Last player standing.
પતી ગયું.
Flawless.
नेड છે ને સાગર.
સમજી ગયો પણ મારી પાછળ ગયો.
આગળ હતો મારે કસે જવા જેવું મારી પર એક
ભાઈ 100 પ્યોર 100 डाउन है फर्स्ट
देखा मैंने
સારું ગયું
My people, are you ready? You must cultivate a sense of calm.
है
ये मतलब जेट नहीं लेना चाहिए रेज लेना चाहिए
मेरे को मैं लेता था बोला नहीं मेरे को ना
नहीं नहीं ले रे तू खेल सकता है तो ले भाई तू अस्त्रा की जगह तू स्मोक कर भाई
मैं 2 डुएलिस्ट नहीं ले सकता ना भाई तीसरा डुएलिस्ट
तू अस्त्रा की जगह तू स्मोक कर ले अस्त्रा डैश मार लेगा चलेगा भाई
हां मेरी जान
ले मैं स्मोक कर ले आजा
यार तू क्यों है suppressor oh dollar already one suppressed D10 ए चाइला
ओ એટલું છે કેટલું ખરાબ જો રે કેવું થયું મારી સાથે કોઈ જ નહીં કેવો જેલાઈલો રહી હું
इको राउंड में कौन आएगा तेरे साथ भाई सब बेड बन नहीं दिखेगा भाई
ये क्या गंट भाई जैसा कॉर्नर लेके बैठा है कोई आएगा नहीं इतने अभी तेरे को ले लेंगे अभी देंगे क्या फ्लैश करके कोई नहीं है क्लोज समझ गया
को मालूम 3 जन है भाई पर फ्लैश ऐसा था कि 3 जन फ्लैश हो गए एकदम एक्यूरेट वाला फ्लैश हेडशॉट एक्यूरेसी फ्लैश
Reloading.
कौन सा फ्लैश
30 seconds left.
going
एक्यूरेसी फ्लैश
ए हेवन केयर
Last player
कहूँ तो ए हेवन केयर
Spike down A.
કરવાનો એ કોઈ ગલતી નથી
3.
એનિમેશન જોરદાર લાગ્યું तो जो सागर थे
बप पप करना कोई
ब्रो पैसा मिलता था ब्रो मरता तो वो ज्यादा मिलता 2600 मिलता क्या होगा
स्किन मिल गई ना हो गया
Waste that Reyna guy.
क्या होगा
Before she beast moves.
वेदिका इज ऑनलाइन देविका इज ऑनलाइन
सागर थोड़ी
वेदिका
वॉल ब्रेक करने थोड़ी राह जो
अच्छी क्या वेदिका अच्छी है क्या
भाई ये वॉल अब करण वॉल ब्रेक करने रहा को जो नहीं था स्मोक नो टाइमिंग કેટલો હતો હોય તો સ્મોક કરે એટલે હું તો જવા જ લાગુ ભાઈ વેસ્ટ જવા જ નહીં દેવાનો
लेट स्मोक करा जा तेरा
Let's
भाई
go.
मेरे को तुमने कौन सा एजेंट पकड़ा दिया
पकड़ा दिए कि तूने ले ली पकड़ लिया
एक इसके वजह से लिया है
आ जाओ क्यों आई हुआ
चला जा ब्लाइंड नॉक
स्मोक करो હવે બ્લાઇન્ડ ગયો મને
कम से कम 3 जन यहाँ पे कम से कम 3 मेरे साइड
मैं हूं स्मोक कर तो भाई भाई मारो रिलोड હતું ભાઈ કરણ એને તું મારી હકતે કેમ
कैसे रे तुम लोग कैसे रे
કરણ તું એને મારી હકતે બહુ એટલું ક્વિક નહીં માર્યો કઈ
तू नहीं जे मारी आते हूं क्यों कहते
મેં મને બહુ જવા દે વાત મેં જોયું આખું એ નીકળીને તને મારી ગયો
Last player standing.
મારે બે ઓવર સ્મોક માંથી બહાર કૂદતી
તો ગમે તેમ બ્લાઇન્ડ હતો ઉપર
નહીં મારો આજનું થઈ ગયું લાગે જીજી છે મારું નહીં રમાતું
ઓ એવર પર બી હતા એક આ ફ્રી મૂવ થવું જોઈએ કે રમાયા ભાઈ
As much as this world hurt me, it's mine.
હે
ઈકો કર લે
આપણે મરી જઈએ પછી ફ્રી લુક થવું જોઈએ કે
એમ થોડી ચાલે
અરે પણ અમે વાળા એનિમી નહીં દેખાય ખાલી આમ મેપમાં ફરાય મજા આવે ખાલી ટાઈમ પાસ તો થાય
વાહ
કર્યા કરો સેવ તમે फ्लैश करके हो देख ऐसे કેટલો જોરદાર નેટ નાખે જ નહીં રહ્યો
Reload.
કેવો ભાઈ ગયો પાછો ઓ બીજી લઈને આવ્યો એ
You disappoint me.
एक मिनट
भाई आओ मेरी गन ले ले।
Reloading.
ये क्या फ्लैश कर रहा है?
Last player standing.
क्या फ्लैश भाई वो नहीं होता, उधर थोड़ी होता है। अरे वो खोपचे में चली जाती है तेरी फ्लैश।
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
भाई साथ में आओ ना भाई, चलो।
तो राइट क्लिक करके मारना क्या यार?
साथ में आओ। ये W दबाओ, ए पे W दबाओ, कोई मिड में नहीं जाए। कोई सुनता ही नहीं है भाई, चलो तो अपने साथ।
शायद एक राउंड मेंटल बाई करना बंद करेगा, शील्ड लेगा कभी।
भाई मैंने मेरा किल निकाला, मैंने तुझे गन भी दी पर तू होगा बराबर।
नीचे नु आए तो रुक जा थोड़ा, नेड आएगा भीतर।
I'm on my way.
I need healing.
Healing you.
Parasite. Last player standing.
Eliminated.
मेरे को ऑल्ट F4 दबाना है अभी।
भाई आलो को वो प्रॉपर रमे है, एकदम
हो गया
प्रॉपर।
भाई मेरा हो गया आज का। I can.
My ultimate is ready. Your duty is not
Oh
over.
goodness.
Reloading.
You can go A, you can go A, you can go A। उन लोग का रोटेट आया होगा।
टाइम नहीं है तो।
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
થોડુંક લેટ થાય ને એટલે આ લોકો વેન્ટ્સમાંથી એ પહોંચી જાય હેવન આપણાથી પહેલા.
No worries, Charlie. No worries.
भाई सब ये आओ ना भाई साथ में, क्यों अलग अलग आ रहे हो? आओ ना भाई, क्यों आ जा, जेट आ जा, इधर आ जा।
એ જ ને, ચલો ચલો
W दबाओ ना फुल भाई।
भाई अपना केव इनिशिएट ही नहीं कर रहा है भाई।
भाई आवे જ નહીં, એટલો કંટાળો આવે મને।
એ તો કહી દીધું જીજી બોય ને, ઉડી
I
કીધું
must stop their reign.
એની રીતે રહીમાં રાખે હવે છોડને.
Reloading. Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted. A. Reloading. One.
અરે અલ્ટ F4 દબાઈ દઉં।
ભાઈ યાર એ લોકોનો રેસ તો જો ભાઈ, ભાઈ એ લોકોનો રેસ તો જો કેટલું ખરાબ રમે છે, કેટલું ખરાબ.
Last player standing.
Target 86. 3 kills. My ult's ready.
ब्लाइंड है तेरे पास।
दोनों ब्लाइंड ऐसे ही है, यूटिलिटी यूज ही नहीं किया भाई वो ने।
वाइट सिंग मारेगा।
बच्चा भाई डिफेंड नहीं हुआ।
One enemy remaining.
ए सेक वही वो अभी नीचे जा, नीचे जा, नीचे ही जा, नीचे ही जा। ओके अब जा, फिर से ही जा, फिर से ही जा।
अल्ट मारू?
नहीं नहीं,
सीटी जाके मार इसको, सीटी जाके मार इसको।
30 seconds left.
मेन का प्लान दे दे, मेन चला जा। हैं?
सीटी सीटी तेरी लोकेशन पता है? उसको तेरी लोकेशन पता है? तेरी अल्ट का वो होता है ना?
नहीं ना, आवाज नहीं आ रहा।
और अल्ट नो डायमीटर बतावे
नहीं तो वो तो ध्यान नहीं है
जो अच्छा है ना भाई, खबर है जो है भाई, इजी सिटी चेक करके आया वो।
भाई मजा आया बे खेलने के लिए ये राउंड यार।
मेरा हो गया मैच, मेरा तो ये मैच नहीं होगा, जीतिए।
क्यों रे?
भाई
Stand tall.
देखा नहीं तूने वहाँ पे 4 लोग खड़े थे नहीं लेकिन मैं मरा वो क्या मेरा आज का
करण इन लोगों ने અહીંયા છે ને છોડ દો કઈ અહીંયા આવજો એ પર આવ એ લોકો જ્યાંથી નેટ નાખે છે ને ત્યાં પુલ કર અહીંયા સ્મોક બેક લે હલો અહીંયા આવ કરણ થઈ ગયું નહીં એ લોકો દર વખતે એકનું એક રમે તો બી ત્યાં પુલ નહીં કરતો રેઝ એક જ જગ્યાએથી નેટ નાખે છે
લે પુલ કર્યું હું
ઉભરે નહીં
થઈ ગયો હવે હું મને ખબર તું નાઈફ છે તું પાછળ
એટલે તો કે હું હાથે આવી જવાનું હતું પહેલા એટલે તો કીધું ઉભો રહે
હેવન ચલ જો
એ જ કહું છું આ સ્મોક બહુ મસ્ત થઈ ગયો બસ અહીંયા સુધી તો પહેલી વાર આવ્યો
Enemy spotted. Reloading for you. Here.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
ઓમન એ લોકોને ઓમને સ્મોક કરેલો ખબર આ વખતે કરણ
Let's get these idiots.
એ લોકોના ઓમને ખબર પેલો સ્મોક કરેલો એ સ્મોક તારે બેક લેવાનો આપણે હેવન જતા રહેવાનું ઉપર હેવન પર પુલ કર બસ कर मिड स्टार्टिंग में मिड कुछ हुआ नहीं था इसीलिए जा रहे हैं
ये भी किधर हो रहा है
0-13 भाई 0-13
जल्दी करन भूल करनी ऊपर रेजा थे મને ઇરિટેટ થાય છે
પેલાનું નાઇફ તોડ ભાઈ
એ આવાજ નહીં અહીંયા નાઇફ આવાજ નહીં બધું પતાવ આપણનો થવાનું ચલ નહીં આવ્યું
मेरे पास है
ऊपर पुल कर यहाँ स्मोक बैक ले
क्या भैंचोद का टपली दिया मेरे को
स्मोक बैक ले
किट्टी सर पे स्टार्टर
Reloading.
ब्लाइंड
બે માય અલા ઉપર કેયો માર આને માર માથામાં મારની પેલો મારી ગયો એટલે તે ભાઈ સ્ટાર જે કરે ને હજી બે હે હટવાયા નહીં તા નાખી દે ની સ્મોક
Well divided.
ઓ ભાઈ
Concealment.
એ તા કેમ સ્મોક કર્યું ભાઈ
One enemy remaining.
સિટી है ये
30 seconds left.
My ultimate is ready.
ऑपरेटर रिवेंज सेव करनी है
You want to res yourself?
फाइनल
You couldn't kill us. Now.
0-13 नहीं होगा लेट्स गो बॉयज
करण હવે જો ઉપર है मिड में नहीं है नेड आओगे भाई मिड में इधर नेड आएगा भाई वो इधर तेरे पे नेड आएगा देख मतलब जाना मत हाँ
पहला वो ये डाल रहा है नाइफ डाल रहा है
अगर मैं ये स्मोक करूं
नेड आएगा
आपने ट्यूब जी है तो
There.
नेड
आयो नेट
ना हेडशॉट
Spike down B.
बैकअप किया
भाई ना 89 है रहीना को हेडशॉट पड़ा था वॉल बैंक से
ये मेरे पे ऑपरेटर है बे
करण ये ऑफ होतो तो ता स्मोक करी देवे ने पहले से
मेरे पे ऑफ है बचाने ऑफ मेरे पे ऑफ स्मोक करके क्यों मेरे पे
Spike down B. Last player standing.
હું ખોટો મર્યો કરણ દા સ્મોક જ નહીં હતો ઓફ હતો તો હવે
તને બોલું તો છું કે
હું બોલે છે
નહીં ગયા જવાનું
Single life worth saving.
પણ હવે ઓફ હતો બે પ્લેયર હતા આખી ગેમ કેવી થઈ ગઈ લીધા કસે તો કઈ હતો ને સ્ટાર્ટર આખો મારો કિલ વેસ્ટ ગયો એમાં રેનાને 89 હેડ આપેલો બોલ પહેલી જ વારમાં પીક પહેલા પીકમાં જ ને તું કાં ગઈ છે અહીંયા સ્ટાર એટલે હું ગઈ છે
હવે
અહીંયા
નોર્મલ જ કરો છો રમ
Wonderful. Spike drop. Headshot.
Suppressing.
ના બાય જ નહીં સ્મોક બેક થાય એવું છે
આઈ રહ્યો યાર 5 જણા વચ્ચે બેન્ચોટ મેચ મારું કંટાળો આવી ગયો
કાં છે કાં
સિટી ભાઈ A1 ને સિટી
One enemy remaining.
Plant the spike. Careful here.
क्या मार दे उसको वो क्या मार
बोलता रहा वो अपना ही नसीब पांडु है
No.
ये बुका चुदा नहीं ऐसे वो करना obvious bro obvious एक बाजर भाग दीजिए पीछे गन पड़े थे
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do. No.
Need a drop.
મીડ પર હવે લોડા ઓફ થાય એટલે એની બેનને પહેલો પીક લો સ્મોક નહીં કરતો હે મીડ પર
Need a drop.
2 राउंड जीत गए भाई
Thank you.
2 4 6 6 7 કિલ તો છો
Shutting them down. One suppressed.
Enemy spotted. Going B.
Here. Enemy spotted.
Going B.
Fragment. Flash. Toaster.
My ult's ready. Good attempt.
revive
Your duty is not over. My ancestors say what's up.
One enemy remaining.
AB op
Spike planted.
मेरे को दिखे होई वो 80 लो हिल नहीं गई रू
અહીંયા છે
हाँ हाँ डाट जा
Last player standing.
ट्राई करेंगे
टाइम ही नहीं है तरिस्कन उठाई
अरे मां किया सिर्फ स्किन की लाइट
Last round in the half.
Gold is in our hearts, but empty your pockets, fools.
No.
Midasi, thanks.
मैं तो ऑफ कर रहा કરે નહીં પર ચાલ એ પર પાછું પેલું કરીએ આ જીતા એવી મેચ છે ને 4-8 થઈ જશે
ओके
ए पे कोई रिवील मत होना केओ में पीछे आ जाओ और सब लोग हेवन चले जाएंगे अस्त्रा इधर स्मोक बैक करेगा इधर तो उस टाइम पे सब हेवन चले जाएंगे रिवील मत होना केओ पीछे आ चल स्टार मुक चल मां पड़ाई
चल
गई
હું નહીં થયું
तू मुक स्टार तो मुक
હા મૂકી દીધા છે
Pulling them in. Taking that back.
Shutting them down.
Our spikes down.
अरे यार
Down A.
अबे केवी रीते मारी गयो भाई नाइस वन સ્મોક છે હા બહુ ખરાબ બે એ લોકોનો રેઝ મને ડાઉટ લાગે છે બહુ ખરાબ એ છે
The hunt begins.
બી પર સ્ટાર મૂકની બી પર સ્ટાર મૂકની ઓ મા
એટલે જ મને ખબર એટલે જ મેં આવા ટાઈમે કઈ નહીં કરું આવું કે બહુ વાર કહ્યું ને હવે
Switching sides.
આની પાસે ને લોકેશન હેક છે બોલ રેસ પર ના નહીં હોય તો અભી એ વોક કરતી જ આવતી હતી એકદમ એમ ખબર જ નહીં હતી
એટલે મેં આવા ટાઈમે ક્યારે બી નહીં જ જાઉં
તું વોક કરતો હતો ને જે પ્રમાણે એ પ્રમાણે બી નાઇફ તો થઈ જ જતે ને
પણ આ એ તો નાઇફ નું કઈ નહીં બોલતો મેં ખાલી કહું છું એટલે મેં નહીં વાપરું આવું એકલો
એટલે એમની એમ બી કઈ નહીં થાય એના કરતા સ્ટાર તો વાપરે ને એમ
હવે હમણાંની વાત નહીં કરતો ચોડું
તો
ઇન જનરલ જ્યારે બી તું કહે ને કે તારી પાસે સારું પણ
એમ નહીં હવે આપણે રીટેક કરતા હોઈએ બરાબર હવે ખબર જ છે બધા ત્યાં છે 2-3 પ્લેયર બચ્યા છે ત્યારે તો યુટિલિટી યુઝ કરે ને
ત્યારે કરતો જ્યારે પણ
હા ત્યારે જ હું તને કહેતો હું કે કર
બી
Player standing.
मैं ही क्यों हर बार मरता हूँ भाई इतना
One enemy remaining.
30 लो 30 लो
You should stop trying.
That was worrisome, Reina.
आप है
साउंड है बोल डालना मैंने डाल दिया
Let's see now.
I won't lose you all again.
कॉल लेना मेरे को
Grenade.
ए आ रहे
आई एम लिविंग बी
ए पे हल्का साउंड है अभी
आई एम नॉट लिविंग बी
ए इन हुआ है थोड़े थोड़े से को जंप कर रहे
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
क्या कर रही है दोनों
85
टाइम नहीं पाए
मार दे दौड़ गन ले મને લાગે છે આ લોકોને એટેક અઘરું પડે આ લોકો હોલ્ડ કરીને ખાલી મારવા વાળા હતા વન ટેપ દોડતા નહીં રમાય આ લોકો
वही करना है वही बहुत सेम
नहीं जी स्टार डाल के रख कॉल दे दो
तुम अलग डाल रहा हो वो सारा अर्ली कर लिया है मतलब जल्दी करना होता
कमिंग है
I'm on my way. We're cover.
अरे दूसरा भी ले लिया ना डिसमिस में दूसरा किल नहीं मिलता
Gun here.
Spike down
A heaven हील नहीं है, हील चाहिए भाई बंदे को अपने। जेट को हील दे सेज।
सिटी देखना तू कंटिन्यू।
सिटी जा
हालो का सिटी यार।
अरे तू सिटी थी આવી જાય કરન તું ખોટો અટવાયેલો છે સ્મોક માં આવી जा।
रुक जा। देखा मेरा
one enemy remaining।
ओ भाई
They were not good enough।
नाइस
के वन टैप मार दिया मैंने। मालूम है मेरे को ब्रो।
Time to stock back up।
Need a drop. Thank you.
तुमके वन टैप मार दिया मेरे को।
उसकी रेना की अल्ट की वाट लग गई।
अभी मिड करेंगे मेरे को लग रहा है ऐसा।
मिड में तो थोड़ा स्लो થઈ જાય છે છે ને।
नहीं उधर नहीं। बी पे
इको राउंड
अंदर आने दे डोंट स्पैम। सेटअप है पूरा अपना।
Kill confirmed.
Wonderful.
यहाँ पे जंप करना, यहाँ पे जंप करना।
Got him. Suppress it. Flash.
One enemy remaining। Spike down A।
For you।
हेवन है क्या?
There.
हेवन यस 100%।
Flashbang.
Wonderful। Yes।
Race it to the spike site।
Yes।
सिम सेटअप चला जा जेट।
ये को नहीं जीता क्या अटैक में एक भी?
ए बोका चोदा नजर मारो ये साकर को।
It's down. Guns up. Get dead.
क्रॉस फायर अस्त्रा तने क्रॉस फायर कही है।
या कमिंग बी पे नाइफ।
आ गए अंदर आ गए।
You will not kill my ally।
Spike down B।
80
Flash.
नाइस राइट साइड
मिड है।
ब्लाइंड डाल।
Flashbang.
One enemy remaining।
80 लो।
Spike down mid।
Shutting them down.
साथ में पिक लेना 1 by 1। 80 लो है इसको हिल ही नहीं मिला। चिल मारो।
तू बी देख मैं ये देखता हूँ जा।
वॉक कर।
30 seconds left।
बस गया भाई।
ઓલા પેલું પુકાવ્યું અહીંયા તું
ગાડી નાખ્યું ચોઈડા
માં તું જતો તો પડતે હમણાં।
टाइमिंग नहीं होगा मेरे साथ।
मैंने उसको डरा दिया है बहुत गंदा।
10 seconds left।
ए
ची हां
Deep breaths, everyone।
ए इस बोले नहीं।
Hearts are pounding।
No।
हाँ
एक डबल मारा ना रिवाइव किया था ना डबल मारा
तो 3 और 2 5 अच्छा ओके समझ गया। क्यों ने फ्रेंड ही दे क्यों इनको बिजी रख। मैं इधर बैठ के ही खेलता हूँ। उनको बिजी रखे हो मरना मत बिजी रखना। मेरे 1 टैप पड़ेगा 5 चले। बेंच तो दे पे तो आ ही नहीं रहे।
मेरे को हेल्प
Coming here.
Omen B main.
Spike down A.
Blind डाल के जाना Blind.
अरे यार 80 Omen.
Nice.
One enemy remaining.
B main है. अरे वो मीड भी आ सकता है देखना, दोनों ए बी मेन मत देखो।
जेट प्लान कर रही है अपनी।
ये भी ऑफ आते हैं। बी मेन आ गया अंदर, एंटर बी
मेन जेट
चूतियों से क्यों वहाँ पर हैं?
चूतिया है क्या वो?
भाई जेट
इतना ओपन में क्यों खड़ा है?
अपना जेट थ्रो कर रहा है क्या?
ना इन्हें तोड़ मारा बे
सिटी साइड
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Almost ready.
My ultimate is ready. Blast.
Almost ready.
Don't get shot.
भाई अभी भी आ जाओ भाई।
Yes.
फैंटम लेने भेजा हूँ तो कैंप करीने बैठ होगा। वो बिजी रखना उनको। तो देखना मेजरमेंट कर हो जाएंगे सर। थोड़े बहुत ही हुए क्या, थोड़ा घंटिया था। ये आ रहे कमिंगे।
फुल मटे कॉल
भाई फूल सही गया।
Spike down.
Nice one. ए इधर ही आ रहा है।
One enemy remaining.
Nice one.
इवन बता रहा है। मैं भी इवन देख रहा।
सेज किधर है? मीड है वो, ऐसा बोल रहा है सेज।
नहीं।
इधर ही है। ए मेन है। राइट साइड है। हाँ
ब्लाइंड
30 seconds left.
And we're clear.
Reloading.
देखा
Let them try to get through me.
तेरे को मैं ये इसने नहीं, मैंने देखा, प्रॉपर देखा। फैंटम से 2 मारे, तीसरा क्लासिक से मारा।
फ्लैश मारी था
मैंने रेस को ले लिया तेरे के पे, आ गई थी पता है, डबल सैचल मार के।
यहाँ पे फ्री फायर मारते जेट। मेरे इधर नेट भी डाली थी ओमन फ्री फायर मारता ही है।
मेरे पे नेट नहीं आया था उसको।
ये हेवन है, एक हेवन है
भाई 80 ए रश किया। रिवाइव दे सकता है, बैक फ्लैंक करके रिवाइव दे। सेज फ्लैंक करके रिवाइव दे।
वो मैं देख रहा था, इवन देखना।
शॉट ब्रो।
One enemy remaining.
Nice one.
Spike down A.
सेज ने फ्लैंक करवा की तो रिवाइव अप्पा तो 65 थी, पता नहीं मारी नहीं, रिवाइव की जरूरत नहीं।
I got your back.
Just, you know, from the front.
Yes.
गेम बदलाएगा कि भाई ये लोग को टेक में एक भी राउंड नहीं जीती।
वो वही खेलना, वही खेल हम लोग भी।
रेज अल्ट करेगा।
बुका चुदा अल्ट मारेगा। आने दे अल्ट।
एक शॉट પછી અલ્ટ કરજે સ્મોક કરજે હે કરણ
હા
એક શોટ મારે પછી સ્મોક કરજે
અરે ભાઈ પૂલ લેન ટાઈમ में ગઈ છે
એ બધું
Fire in the hole.
Enemy spot.
पिघले सागर 80 आई ना 48 one women one human
Last player
अरे
standing.
नाइस
One enemy
मैं उनका
remaining.
मुफ्त में मरो कहीं भी ये निकालना पड़ेगा तेरे को
One suppressed.
ए वैंडल ले भाई तू जाना वो वॉल में गैप है
चला जा कंफर्म क्या हां गया भाई
Spike planted.
मैं बोलता पूरा सिटी चला
हेवन है भाई
पक्का मेरे को नहीं लग रहा
तभी इसने कवर स्मोक किए इतने साइड से जा नाइस वन
टीपी के साउंड आई थी क्या
आवेलो न तरत જ स्पाइक प्लांट करके तुरंत टीपी मारा उसने
मैं बोलता तो मने नहीं आया भाई थी
My ult's ready.
Match point.
Their head is in the guillotine. Now pull.
Yes.
तेरी वगर जिंदगी को जीना
तेरे बिगर तेरे जिंदगी એવું બોલે ને કે એ લોકો એ રશ કરવા જોઈએ તો મજા આવે
खड़े बैठे मारी
जेट क्रॉस में खेलना मैं सामने जा रहा हूँ
Let's get this done. Net deployed. 3 suppressed. Grenade out.
My ultimate is ready. My ultimate.
तेरी पीछे से
Will not kill my allies.
तेरे
ए मेन है मल्टीपल कैम करना क्यों कैम कर एक राउंड मले तो कुत्ती तकलीफ पड़े उला रहे
Last player standing.
My ult's ready. Recovering it.
स्पाइक डाउन
ना रेड में तेरे को बोल भी रहा हूँ तेरे पीछे रेड
Don't think it. Need a drop.
नेक्स्ट रीटेक खेलते हैं 5 ऑल टाइम गई है
ओके अरे मैं रेड में बोलू भी छु तारी पाछर रेड पर हामरती જ નહીં
वी दबावे लो के नहीं
हाँ दबावे लो 5 बार बोलो मैं एक बार बोलो डबल से चलना आवाज आवे लो
मैं मिड जा रहा हूँ पीछे मिड पे है
हाँ मिड पे है भाई क्या भाई नसीब 3 men 2 players
Spike down B.
नाइस
अरे ये क्या मारा हूँ
Heaven
One enemy remaining.
Heaven लेफ्ट साइड
सिटी भागा बहुत लो है भागा वाह भाई वो वीवो सिटी गया भाग गया भाई हेवन आएगा शायद
Shutting them down.
अभी तक नहीं आई
वो सिटी देख
Careful.
भाई प्लान कर उठाने दे उसको उठाने दे Nice one.
GG.
Defenders win.
तो सरेंडर कर रहा था
मैं मतलब मैं वो वोट के लिए नहीं डाल रहा था, वो तो अपना जेट था। चलो भाइयों, आज का हो गया मेरा।
चल चल, अबे घबराए वो तो।
हाँ बस बस, चलो मैं भी जा रहा।
बस डर गया ना।
डर गया भाई, ये डर गया। चलो
चल, जा रहा है तू?
हाँ मैं भी जा रहा हूँ, गेम देख रहा हूँ। चल
ठीक है।
चल चल। क्या ही कमबैक के भाई, कमबैक किंग्स बोलते हैं ऐसे भरे लाए। एक सेकंड गाइस, Twitch में भी
down. Obviously Stella had it, so they're going to re-drone garage and try and find the rifle.
देखो
2v3 retake. Clearly 100 Thieves are not favored in this situation, but
the lifeline
got a chance.
एक सेकंड,
A lot of here, and that gets good info. You know they're heading towards A.
I think they would have had the information fairly shortly anyway, because Cracks is about to plunge that spike into the earth. Ooh. That's a bit of damage though, actually.
Yeah, drops him down to 36.
And he wouldn't have got that shock dart without Bang's ult.
Recon dart available. How do they want to play this?
I think a win here would be drawing after
Paranoia.
Captain's ult out.
Yeah, Recon as well, but that's going to be the counter util used. Bang! TB's back. No exchange of the weapons. Horn's going to be taken care of. There it is, rifle in the hands of the stronger player, but they just cannot get past it. The smoke in play, the good swings there. Cracks Mr. Farland. Magical stuff that we're witnessing.
But the post plants are so solid for Footballist. They look extremely strong. And like I said, a win in that round would have been dragging out the breach off from Adacaptain, but it doesn't come. Derek has an Odin. It's going to be spamming through right where Mr. Fallen is standing.
We'll see if he gets a pick off of this one. Blade Storm in the hands of Kiwi. In his hands now as well. Looks like he wants to fight into mid. Full confidence. Now he's pushing all the way up. This cam's going to be spot on them once they cross that threshold. There's a Rolling Thunder. Paranoia as well. Dash forwards into the side. Danger zone right now. Clabo spots it though. Kiwi has to respect it. Backing away. And Stella, great timing for a peek. Where's the rest of his bailout? There we go. Team finally starting to flood in. And punishing Foot. We're trying to claim this space onto the B side. Spike. Such an unfavorable situation. And I think that was a wallbang. Modge just dropped down to 22 health. Still alive in this fight. And it's reflank all the way through, right around the side. Is anybody going to be watching for this? He's just holding. Still onto the corner. 100 Thieves players. Drone's going to be stopped in his tracks. It is being watched for by Asuna. But timing is everything. And there we go. One kill found. Bang does respond. And they know where the final player is.
I mean, Bang's positioning right now seems absurd to me because Moj could come from either of the connectors. He'll have to give it up at some point. Can Moj win the 1v2? Only 22 health. Seems impossible to me, but we've seen miracles from Moj.
Bang drops down off the high ground, holding the one connector. No real gaps in the protocol, and barely a glimpse of the player model before Bang eventually removes him.
Stella had such a fantastic read in that round. He knew they were taking the Rolling Thunder to B. The spam from Derek early on is great to try and catch somebody, but Derek immediately gives up the B connector. Stella's hiding in backside. They have players ready to swarm instantly, and the shutdown was immediate onto Kiwi. They've actually managed to keep Kiwi under control. It's something we haven't talked about too much over the course of this map because he started on fire, but now slowing just a little.
100 Thieves stepping up to that challenge that's been facing him. That knife, great info. Tags onto multiple players, and the reposition now with the operator in Cryo's hands. Krax has been the demon. The Prowler flash through the side. Cryo is really quite separated here. Dodges the C's though, that wasn't quite good enough. And Cryo's allowed to just get back up onto this angle. Dash. He's gonna be waiting until the final moment before he eventually uses this one to just get out of there. No reswing, not even a crumb given to him. But when is the timing? Still, the confidence to take this flash over the side. What a shot! Lands it, but you have to respect the lockdown.
And we've seen this exact same round happen before, where Cryo got the first pick and Footballist still won the 4v5. In fact, Kiwi doing the exact same thing again, trying to get into this spot.
They've given Cryo the rifle now. Probably a dash engage as they want to try and play this retake. Flash, dart, at the same time. Means it doesn't get broken. It reveals the position of Mr. Fallen.
Missed the
bottom as well. Or this util. It's applying the pressure. It's turning up the heat. It's down to Kiwi. What can he do? Not much. Still. And a captain holding down his ground and not really watching the angles. Forwards down to Cracks. In a 1v3, it's going to be that triple face and 100 Thieves. They claim the lead in this map.
Great round from 100 Thieves. That's what you need to see. And the value from the KO being found there, partly, is the flash recon that identifies that first player at default and forced a bit of an unfavorable fight. I think Cryo's just been doing great work for them on the defense side. There's a little drive-by attempt from Derek as well with the Spectre. Oh, this is tense again, isn't it?
Really is. I mean, this is 100 Thieves being pushed. Feels like in almost every map they've played this tournament.
Yeah. People did not expect that.
Smoke over the top. Cryo's angle is pushed away. Acts as a one-way as well, so. Moving back, and the orb going to be funneled. Cracks now with that knife fall. What do they want to do with it? If you're Foot, you don't want to be losing this opportunity. One of the giants of this tournament at lock-in. High praise for 100 Thieves. A lot of people saying that they had an easy run at their side of the bracket. But Foot are challenging those notions and more. And they cannot let this map slip away from them. They want to perform the grand upset, this clean fight to take.
Full retake setup over towards A. Stella not even with a kill trip on site.
And so just the cam to watch them. Yuta was used to clear through a long smokes now and a haunt and a nightfall all the way off site. That's not actually getting tagged here, same with Stella.
So back-to-back rounds where we get to see 100 Thieves running a set retake into A. And this time they don't even have a player advantage.
It's gonna be hard. Again, swapping the weapons. They want Cryo to be doing the most here. Derek posted on this angle now. Operator is going to be his responsibility watching this, but again, it's that util. What do they really have? Bang was trying to help them out. A late flank shut down, so it's going to be removing one of the elements from it. Flash play! Cryo was caught. He was fully blinded. I'm not sure if it was him or what, but holding it down to Graffiti. It's all down to Asuna. And he just cannot watch the angles effectively. Too much to look for.
Foot doing a great job at applying pressure to two key playmakers. Bang on the flank has been watched for both times. Cryo, when he dashes into his smoke, got spammed and put under a crazy amount of pressure. I'm right there with you, Bren. I'm not actually sure whose flash that was. I thought it was Asuna's in the moment, but I'm not sure. Not quite going to get to see it on the replay. Could have been a great flash coming out from Ada Captain, but he was in hell, so that seems really weird to me.
Seems unlikely.
I think it's more likely the fact, although perhaps we'll never know.
Yeah.
They just messed up the timing a bit on the retake, and that once more puts all the pressure to 100 Thieves. They've chosen not to force this round, only Cryo buying full armor to go with his Blade Storm. They're gonna try and fend off another match point. They had to dodge 2 of those against EDG.
It's a difficult ask, isn't it? We were wondering if 2022, gathering all that experience with some of these younger players on 100 Thieves, whether it would be enough to head into this tournament. But this reposition by Bang, why not? Stinger in your hands, but you're up against the rifles, and would have been good for this. It's a double reclear. Cryo's pushing it as well. While this exec goes on, dashing forwards. Knife's going to be reset. Derek at the back of the site here with the judge, the jumping shot. You've got to be joking. And damage has been done. Mr. Fallen dropped to 44 health.
It's just insane. He's
oh, Stella's read it.
Stella's got him.
He's read it. Breaks the ult. 2 players remaining, waiting for him. 30 seconds left. Force the plant now down to A. Updraft dash play over the top, and it's just impeccable.
How do 100 Thieves bring their best in moments when the pressure is the highest? What was this round? The play is so nicely crafted for considering that their backs are up against a wall, this play, in short, is really cool. We saw the trap play earlier. I highlighted it, but it never quite got activated. But then on site, you've got a jumping judge doing damage to the foot players as they're getting space on site.
And they just can't remove Derek. They don't want to swing him.
Oh, my word.
He's got that judge in his hands. This has forced a timeout now from Foot, and you can feel that pressure because this is an opportunity that's slipping away before their very eyes.
I'd be boomed. If I was in Foot's position, I would be boomed that we lost that. Now they're the ones on the back foot, facing a map point for 100 Thieves with one opportunity, and only one, to take it to OT. I said before that Lotus was a must-win for Foot, and they delivered. Haven being at 11-11 with the economy advantage, if you don't capitalize here, I don't know how many more chances 100 Thieves are going to give you.
When will you capitalize?
100 Thieves going to get away with it again. Oh.
And so this round, so damn important. You don't need me to tell you that. Round 24. Map point for 100 Thieves to stay alive in the series, or for Foot to try and close it out, bring it to that OT. It all comes down to this.
It looks like they're just trying to keep it simple here. A full C exec.
Oh, and another set play from Derek. That dart tags onto one. Is he going to be afforded any targets? Looks like damage is going to be done to 2 players, I believe. Yeah,
that's pretty huge, actually.
Knocks him down, and still, Foot don't want to cancel the hit. They want to operate off of this. Paranoia, flash forwards, bang. He's not being cleared out of his position, and he's managed to grab one. At least for all of his troubles. Alarm bot broken now. Is this going to be a fast play? Are they going to try and offset this one? Plant still goes down at the back of the site. Foot, you need a miracle. The drone's going to be tagging, or at least spotting out these players. Flash play, moving forwards now. Into the back of the sights.
It's going to be such a difficult retake without smokes.
Yeah, and Cryo still with his operator as well. Really hard. Dash though enabled. He's avoided for now. Holding the close sight goal! And Kiwi could be kicking themselves for that kind of mistake because 100 Thieves are not the kind of team to let this one slip. Right round the side, the classic right click to do it, Asuna. He finalizes it, he finishes it, and that's going to be them saved in this series, bringing it to map 3.
I cannot believe the grit and determination of this 100 Thieves team, but I also can't believe they're getting pushed like this. Everybody who looked at their bracket would have said 100 Thieves should be kind of strolling through. They've already beaten Foot in the off-season. The quality of what they've done before has been pretty superior. But here, at lock-in, when everything matters, these underdog teams are stepping up.
Absolutely.
EDG pushing to the absolute limit, and now Foot are doing the same.
More evidence that anything can happen here at lock-in. There's always a chance for a potential upset, but we will be heading to that map number 3, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
लेके
Get out of my way.
Yep. It's B. Mid पे smoke किया.
Mid wall करना है. अच्छा.
चढ़ा हुआ है. कहाँ पे?
मिड पे टॉप क्यू के ऊपर.
Guys B आ गए.
गया पीछे गया वो.
मैं उधर ही 120.
एक जेट एंटर किया और एक कृतिका अल्टी.
You should run.
Oh!
My God, क्या दोनों ने आगा है. 150 144 है 144 है वो. आराम से निकाल लो बे. मॉली करो वहाँ पे.
Here we go. Spike planted.
नीचे ये पहले बता रहा हूँ.
चलो.
किस साइड?
राइट साइड
Spotting पे चलो.
वो स्नोमैन गया.
Last player standing.
एक में ने एक राइट पे स्नोमैन पे. हाँ इधर है.
One enemy remaining.
आगे बढ़ जाओ. लेफ्ट साइड. मेरी बात सुनो. लेफ्ट में वो. हाँ इधर. येलो निकल. बहुत बढ़िया. क्या बात है.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Almost got me.
तेज मत खेला.
Not. Yon तो है.
ऑफ चाहिए बबलू ये क्या कर रहा है?
ना खेल ले तो भाई गन पे. ओमन पीछे आ जा रहा है भाई. मुझको देखना पड़ेगा.
मेरा लैग हो रहा है.
ओमन नहीं तो जेट आ रहा है.
करना
चल क्या रहा है. अरे यार फिर मैं भी मेरे को पीछे खेलना पड़ेगा. कौन तोड़ना कोई रहेगा.
एक नंबर. मजा.
भाई स्नैक्स का इतना ट्राई करता हूँ यार. मैं पार्टीज में लेके जाके इतना सेटिंग करवाने का ट्राई करता हूँ यार. स्नैक्स के स्टैंडर्ड्स बहुत हाई है यार. स्नैक्स के स्टैंडर्ड्स बहुत हाई है. कितना उसका सेटिंग कराने का ट्राई कर रहा हूँ मैं. मतलब क्या है यार. मतलब स्नैक्स को थोड़ा समझाओ ना. मतलब ठीक है स्टैंडर्ड हाई रखना अच्छी बात है. बट थोड़ा मतलब उसके पहले थोड़ा सा टेस्ट क्रिकेट खेलने के पहले थोड़ा सा T20 में हाथ साफ कर सकते हो. ये मैं मतलब I mean 20-22 साल का लौंडा है यार अपना ना. सुपर ओवर T20 मतलब शॉर्टर फॉर्मेट्स थोड़ा खेल ले. फिर टेस्ट मैच का एक्सपीरियंस आता है. तुम लोग समझ रहे हो. डायरेक्ट किसी को टेस्ट मैच में नहीं मिलता जाने. टेस्ट मैच का एक्सपीरियंस जो आता है वो पहले छोटे छोटे फॉर्मेट्स खेलने के बाद फिर जब बंदा सीख जाता है तब वो टेस्ट मैच खेलता है. कितना ट्राई करता हूँ मैं. खुला ट्राई करता हूँ कि उसको किसी के साथ थोड़ा यू नो कराओ. बट शाय है भाई अपना लौंडा. बहुत शाय है यार. उसको ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का गरज है थोड़ा सा. नेट प्रैक्टिस कराओ. नेट प्रैक्टिस तो आई थिंक वो करता होगा. यहाँ पे हफ्ते में 2-3 बार तो करता ही होगा वो. नेट प्रैक्टिस तो बहुत किया होगा भाई. 20-22 साल का है. नेट प्रैक्टिस तो काफी किया होगा उसने अभी तक. अभी अपने को उसको T20 खिलाना है.
It's a tough job in those post plants. He has to be playing forward, fighting deep to try and buy space, buy time in those post plants. And 100 Thieves got a out in the open and being shut down by.
Nice. third in 11. Third. Decider. Decider, baby. Decider. कौन जीत रहा है डिसाइडर कौन जीत रहा है डिसाइडर
try to bounce back into this one.
अंदर रेड बुल ही चलेगा ना
Study how they like to play this map and then try to count.
in the mix, it means that you're going to be sacrificing the more normal choice, which would be the KO, and also the Killjoy. So on their defense, I think playing mid is going to be challenging, but on their attack, the executes might be pretty strong, right, with those two pieces of information utility. This feels like a comp built for Kiwi to thrive.
Yeah, it's definitely a major change up here. I mean, limited flashes for either team. I mean, basically none there. And then just the paranoia from the Omen as well. So we'll see how these entries are going to go, but I do kind of like the way that they have that double info gather. We'll just have to see if they can put it into practice.
Well, no more second chances here. This is map 3, Sideshow and Brent. I really don't know how this one is going to go.
Not sure how it's going to go, but it's gone all the way to the distance. And what was an...
Oh, that was so there. Baby 100 chalo.
Every time I think 100 Thieves should be safe, their opponents turn up the heat.
And there's a big question about this battle. Kiwi was shut down in the prior map. Cryo being able to play that Jet. This time he's playing the Omen. Harder to get the same impact, harder to shut him down to the same degree. And all eyes are going to be on this player for Foot.
It is so interesting, the fact that they're playing with the Sova Fade. Looking to load utility in to try and push Kiwi onto the most aggressive spots possible.
Waves of that utility. Kiwi was pushed up there, top side of 410. Was a bit being broken, but now a jump peek. Oh my goodness, Cry almost hitting a flick there to claim that kill. Players falling very low now, 1 HP and 2 HP at a captain respectively. See what they can do now. It was a heal offloaded. And Mr. Fallen moving forward. Still 100 Thieves. They're so clean with this one. Needs to be that response. It's down to that 2v2. An upgrade found. Wall going to be falling. Sage Wall is causing a couple of issues. Bang. Rotating it around. Molch out in the open. And he just can't land the shots. So wide. And maybe some signs of uncertainty here for Foot.
24 health remaining on the 100 Thieves players. A light breeze would have knocked them over. That's a really close one. But I think you're going to see a lot of this kind of style. Footballists looking to try and get extremely aggressive on their opening. And on the opposite side of things, 100 Thieves being happy to just have a couple of players on site and mostly control spots for retakes to come through.
That's been a game plan when they've been playing with this particular composition. Broke down in the pre-show today about how they were using it just so effectively.
I mean, 7 out of 8 rounds that they won on defense against EDG were retakes.
Right, which will tell you all you need to know. Very happy to give them control of the site.
Yeah, I think, if I recall correctly, EDG planted something like 10 times. And of those 10 plants, 7 retake victories. That's a really good retake percentage.
Wiper wall laid down though. Wickerby here for Foot. You can see how difficult it is. You try and play in those default spots, those default positions with the plant, and yeah, that util just comes crashing down onto you. Could be done with a Sheriff. Okay, Mr. Fallen. Noted. Still in the battle, still in the fight.
Yeah, and Bang just looking to run forwards and get one of those confidence kills. And instead, now Mr. Fallen an opportunity to maybe clutch. He has a lot of time to work with. He would have to find one of these players isolated and land a nasty shot.
It's that gap, doesn't he? 34 health.
If he had the spike, one of these 100 Thieves players might feel like they had to go to B.
Right now, a bit of uncertainty in terms of what angles to watch for, but as he tries to take the fight, it is shut down. So, an expensive anti-eco round for 100 Thieves, losing 3 of their players, but a round on the board.
Yeah, it's going to make this bonus buy have very little bite behind it. I don't think it's the kind of occasion where 100 Thieves want to be forcing.
We shall see.
I'm really interested to see how this Footballers comp works on the defense side when they don't have any informational equipment to use for the middle of the map. You know, no turret, no alarm bot, that kind of thing. But that's a long way off. For now, seems hard for Cryo to hold these kind of spots against a Prowler and the drone.
And there was no follow-up there with the drone. It's just Foot using it to put a bit of fear into the 100 Thieves setup. They still have 3 players, at least locked down and anchoring towards that side. This dart's going to do quite a bit, but a drone and a push. Looks like Asuna wanted to try and take some space off of it. He's going to use it to cross.
Yeah, the recon dart and a wall going up is supposed to sell that this was a fake towards B, but 100 Thieves had players there. They had re-pushed B main, so they know that this is ending A. Question is the weaponry good enough for 100 Thieves to actually do anything here?
The walls of smokes. Recon being held now by Derek. The wall goes up, Plant's going to try and go off there. One's really stopping that one, but it looks like they don't have a lot of utility to push him back. This flank now, double play. It's going to be really important. Moji wins it. Does he anticipate there to be a second player? He does not. And Derek's still doing tremendous amounts of damage. Left into that 2v3 though. Gun's not too good, and that's a lovely decision to make in the moment. Foot with a double face, double re-clear angle. Watch for, just can't quite nail the shot there. Still Stellar. He's got the entire world against him right now with the way it feels, and yeah.
And a great setup actually from Foot at the end there. Once more, if you allow their players to get set up, they look very potent in the post plan. I think that's going to be the story of the rest of this half. Now that we have rifles on the board for both teams, I could see this just becoming an A-site simulator and it just being post plan versus retake. I think Foot will explore the rest of the map for sure to apply a bit of pressure and see if they can find openings. But their composition seems to lean more heavily towards A.
The horn clears quite a bit there, so alongside the drone, just one after the other, it's enough being used. Still, look at this by 100 Thieves on the other side of the map. I mean, perfectly willing to let Stella leave him to his own devices over towards B, but this is a quad push now.
They just missed each other.
Oh my goodness, Asuna!
Oh, that is really unfortunate. It could have gone in either direction because it looked like 100 Thieves had almost missed the timing. But both of those Foot players hit the ground.
And it's all based on timing is what it feels like. Cracks just not watching the angle. The call wasn't made, but just didn't anticipate that Stella could be there. And Mr. Fallen, an attempt was made there. All that util being used to clear him out. He's got the crossfire, he's got the heal, but he needs to take a fight, and there'll just be 2 players matching him. Ball down to Ada Captain, slow at his feet, can't isolate the fight in time, and one of the things that we've been singing the praises for this 100 Thieves squad has been how clean they are. No gaps in terms of the spacing, never really a moment of weakness it feels like when it gets into those situations.
But that's also a really interesting round. 100 Thieves going for such an aggro push over towards A. And that isn't something that we've seen from them. On, Haven, they didn't play crazy aggressive, pushing out on defense very often. And And I don't feel like I saw that too much in their game against EDG either. I put a lot of focus onto Asuna and the agent that he picked over on Haven, but at some point, about 2/3 of the way through that map, I said he needed to step up and actually showcase the value of the KO, and I think he did that wonderfully, and he's come in here with the same kind of energy. Going crazy in that round on Sage.
Yeah, really building up to that res. Deep pick going to be used. This is really hard to get through.
Strange round to use it though, no? Against Foot's economy? Maybe anticipating a force or something?
Does seem a little bit odd, but dart used close, holding the edge of it. Spray down, was hoping that one of the players would be weak and a stray bullet would find it, but instead it's Kiwi.
And Bang evacuates his ult. He allows that to fall, so just trading a single Viper ult for 1 kill in the anti-eco.
Isn't entirely too useful.
But it does mean that Bang retains his life and doesn't have to overfight it.
His timing's a little bit odd. Horn there pushing forwards.
I like this, pushing past your Viper wall with the utility.
So Kiwi holds close. He's hoping to throw in something a little bit more quirky, and there you go. Bang found. No more Viper for this retake. Updraft play. He was spotted for about a moment, but chooses to just back away and play with the rest of his team now.
And the way that Bang took that fight shows me that 100 Thieves were not ready for Kiwi to be that far forwards. They didn't group up. They didn't have a second player ready to trade. Bang was just walking in.
So here's that res, and now this retake. What have they got for it? Paranoia is not available to them. Watching that one angle still. Up top, good movement from Stella. He offsets that. Kiwi just could not adjust, and with that, oh, what a Sage wall down. Yeah, not a chance in hell of them winning that one. They just don't have the guns for it.
Those final few kills from Adacaptain are going to keep 100 Thieves' economy in check, but they're still obviously going to be able to buy this round. It was somewhat expensive though. Bang using his ultimate, Asuna using his. But it's given them some interesting info, I think. And the info that 100 Thieves now have to play with is, we got to worry about Kiwi. You know, Kiwi was kept under control a little bit by Cryo having a ton of impact on the defense side. But Kiwi's going to be unleashed here with all of this extra Sova and Fade utility. And clearly, Kiwi wants to push and wants to go very hard.
From Derek, that was a deep dart, I believe. Gets a tag at least. Can't quite land the second or third shot, though. He did a bit of damage to Moj.
The distraction, Asuna's used his wall, so he doesn't have that for the retake, using it to block off B. Kiwi, unfortunately, with no updrafts, isn't going to be able to abuse that. Otherwise, might have had a great lurk timing.
This drone is quite nice. They anticipated as players pushed up here towards A, so they get that info now. And Stella's holding this lockdown. As Valorant does have an ult for it, we'll be able to offset it, but swinging through the back of the side, Kiwi just was not set up to succeed.
I mean, it's a great flick as well from Cryo. I'm not sure he had the best angle in the world, but he's a dangerous, dangerous operator.
And they don't intend to use this Hunter's Fury. They just put in the lockdown, go off here. There's still plenty of time in the round for them to make a play, but it is getting whistled down, approaching that 30-second mark.
Cryo is very pushed up here.
And here we go. Hunter's Fury actually being used to try and initiate into this. Snake bite close. Corner. It's a half clearance. They're not ready for it. Stella does. Only grab the one, though. The trade was good. Now the plan has to go down without too many problems. Still, Night 4 online as well. Do they want to use it? The answer is yes. Foot now pushing forwards and just gets them low enough to decay damage. Setting them up for some easy kills. One shot to the body will do it. And even on that ramp as well, Mr. Fallen. Great job getting that kill. Left down to Asuna. Re-swing. Oh my goodness, across their placement. Now, down to that 1v1. You cannot be affording 100 Thieves these opportunities. Across the ropes, this guy in the movement, Asuna made a name for himself, being able to weave his way and dodge, but time is running so low, and it's his biggest enemy. Got to tap the spike! That is absurd!
And the king of Icebox makes his return. The movement around the ropes, the way he weaves on this map, it's something else, Bren. He looks unbelievable. What is that from Asuna?
Just sublime.
And I was all ready to praise Foot because the post-plant aggression worked well for them. They set up a 2v1.
But they handed Asuna those easy kills, one at a time.
I mean, easy for him, maybe. I don't see many other players in the tournament getting those. Good God.
He's the kind of player where you can't give him those chances.
And that Sage Wall you've just seen throw down. So they do that a couple of times without Cryo being on top of it. And then one time in the half, they'll put Cryo on top of the wall. So at the moment, it's just a bluff, and it also allowed Stellar to load all of his utility on the A side. It's a cool idea. We saw them run it against EDG, and in the one time Cryo teleported on top of the wall, he got destroyed. But for now, it just allows Stellar, to focus much more heavily on stopping this eco play towards A.
Yeah. They do have good util, you can see it. There's a slow orb that was being layered prior to the nano swarms, and the shock darts now being used, so it's not being made easy for Foot. Horn taken out, still a dart behind them. There's a Viper's Pit. Looks like they want to try and invest into this round. It's going to take everything. Revealed right below. Stellar's trying to bring it to him with the shorty in his hands. That's quick work. Turns Mr. Farland into mincemeat, and the Viper's Pit still up for now, but up top still needs to find these kills. Cracks, okay. That's not bad at all. Still got to deal with a Viper. Modge picks up the rifle, an upgrade, but just waiting towards him, Derek. Looking like a crab out of the water.
And that's unfortunate too from Modge, because he picked up the Vandal that only had a single bullet in it. I was wondering maybe there was a chance there. Both teams committing their Viper's Pits into situations where they're either so favored maybe it's not necessary, or a bit of an optimistic one, I think, from Modge, but they had chances to win that round. Yeah. I love the shorty usage we're seeing in this tournament.
But it's getting to the point now in this series. Foot have got to be feeling like they've just squandered a prime opportunity to knock out one of the heavy hitter teams.
Yeah, you heard it from Yinsu. Their IGL, Mr. Falliners, he's aware of the weaknesses that this team has.
Yeah.
They ride momentum. They want to apply a lot of pressure, dry swing you, take the fights. But when they are hit, normally it leads to a knockout.
Struggle to get back into the fight, into the action. You're seeing it here. The round differential, 5 rounds standing between them, and it seems like 100 Thieves showing no signs of slowing down.
I do think, though, that Footballists have still been playing quite well, considering the score. Their post-plan players not been bad. They had chances to win the prior round where Asuna clutched the 2v1. But they just haven't quite found the necessary step to push themselves over the line and start getting rounds on the board.
Yeah, it's been so close in many of these instances.
All of the gun rounds, though, as far as I can remember, have ended on A.
Yeah.
And look at those retakes. 5 out of 6 of the rounds.
Oh, they're going for it. Cryo's going to TP on top of this with a recon dart.
Yeah, here it goes.
Yeah, so the wall gets set up here in Tube.
So the very prior round, they used it as a fake.
Cryo's
Will Footballists be ready?
Wall goes up. TP on top. They are watching for it! That is absurd!
God, I mean, I'm not sure whether you should give credit to the strat there. That is just a bonkers shot from Cryo.
But we're ready for it. They were watching it. But how do you match Cryo when he's in form like this?
Heated up off the back of Haven, hasn't he?
Yeah, that flick was just unholy. And the wall now, res being expended over the top. Another punish. Oh, and a captain. Try to hold it down here. Nanoswarm's going to be broken at least. And Foot, they're trying to take space. They're trying to push up here, but just revealing himself about a moment. The rifle spam is enough to take it down. It's down to Kiwi.
And if anyone can match what Cryo's been doing in this round, it has been Kiwi previously.
Yep.
Modge applying in some pressure too.
Yeah, this is throwing chaos into the round, and it can be where Foot can maybe grasp it, but the reload's hurt, I think, in Tube there, so they anticipate a push into Kitchen. Plan starting to go down. Cryo, it's got not, man. He's just pushing right into them, and he's punished. Pre-fire flick, Modge with the lurk. I thought they were aware of it, but they're not.
I think with Stella falling, they forgot that the turret wasn't active anymore.
He's lucky he didn't cross into that sight line, that one angle, but this round was just an all but lost here for Foot.
It was 3v5.
They have turned it still. Derek has got something to say about it. This guy's made a name for himself at prior events for being quite nice in the clutch. Snake bites in the back, force the position, headshots found, and the Viper's Pit's online. Stand to this, 1v1. Time running low. Horn's not being broken, but it doesn't even reveal him. Sees as well, gets off it half. It needs to be stuck by all the way, and he doesn't get it. Cracks. Snatches it back away when it was just looking done.
What an incredible 3v5 from Footballist. Finding those opportunities, Moj in mid, doing a ton of work, finding a backstab and undoing all of this great shooting that Cryo had manufactured. The man advantage meaning absolutely nothing. It's not got quite the same pressure on it as the 2v5 that they lost to EDG, but 100 Thieves are still letting opportunities slip. More aggression though. Asuna taking tons of damage from the shot dart.
It's a lovely little bit of set utility from Foot that punishes that aggressive play for the orbs. They notice Stella's one away from the altar. Pay off, but what can Derek do here? Back at the side with a Marshall, one stray shot. Mr. Fallen has to drop down now to...
and the operator put back in the hands of Kiwi, which makes a lot more sense to me.
Drone for a drone. Tags on either side here. It's worth noting as well that buy for 100 Thieves is a bit all over the place. Still opting to buy for next, but they do have some danger behind it, some bite in terms of the weapons they've got.
Moj went for this play before, a backstab into mid, and then lurked up kitchen as the turret got deactivated when Stella died. Now though, the turret gonna spot this out. What's the reaction from 100 Thieves? Stella was going to rotate A, and now he's drawn back to the middle of the map.
He's left to contain this.
But actually, this has made them more worried about the rotate.
Watch for. Oh, pop down, gives us some info, bang! The minerals on him to just hold that angle. Only gets the one though, eventually traded out still. Stinger favorable there. Plant's gonna go down, Moj now being swarmed, surrounded on every side, still gets the one kill, make it two! Doing the most. And hops right up, makes it easy. Cryo left alone here, no bullets in the clip of the weapon he just picked up, so must win round for Foot with the amount that they invested into this one, but looking like signs of life from them.
Absolutely. Coming off the timeout. Working quite nicely. I think round 8 is just not exactly, I don't think it went to plan, let's put it like that. But it was still Foot coming out with something wonderful to set their momentum back on course. And now I think the ult status starts to really come into effect. Stella's got a lockdown, but Mr. Fallen one away from an ult to counter it. And Moj, if he gets plant or if he gets orb, is going to make the retake extremely difficult for 100 Thieves.
That early presence shown.
And Cryo's looking for a peek in mid, actually, with the operator. Foot might give him a moment, just on a passive angle to start. But
watching it, there's no way he pushes this. You just can't be favored. You got to know that somebody's pushing it, but...
Well, he knows that Moj has been playing in this area the last couple of rounds, so he's hoping to catch the Viper.
Still takes the peek. I mean, this is so risky from him. Wider angle found. Now, starting to see that util flying forwards. Oh my god, the exchange of bullets.
And that's where you see Omen Op not really being favored. He had to take a break there from holding the angle to go and throw a smoke for his players on A. And when he got back onto him, Moj was repositioned.
Did not land that shot, but only the wallbang damage. Now to util, look at it, sees, latches onto it, and with the snake bite, Derek somehow getting one there. Might just be good enough though. Reveals over the top. That is Asuna, just a bit of running gun off the side. No, still helping him out. Down to that 2v2. Still Viper's pick committed. So Plant going to be going down without too many difficulties. Asuna now biding his time.
Does Bang get a free one on the flank?
Yeah. And this is a bit of a distraction, I think. Pumping the bullets in so that Bang can get a bit of freedom now as he's trying to meet up with his teammate. Linking back around, there's a deep push, and Mr. Fallen's been spotted. Just down to the Viper, the spam, 20 health. Brought down so low, and he just doesn't know where to look. 180 after another. Too many angles to watch for.
And while it feels like the Viper's pit should give Foot a massive advantage in the post plant, they just ended up being scared and confused. 100 Thieves controlled every part of the map around them, and it led to some key mistakes. Completely lost track of where Bang and Asuna were. Both of those players going crazy so far on Icebox.
That impact is being felt. As you see that round differential once more. It's 4 that stands between them. It looked like Foot were maybe getting themselves back into this, but these final 2 rounds are going to be where it really matters. The money is not too good. Still, they have that Blade Storm. Kiwi's going to have to play it to open it up, I think, for them. 100 Thieves also answering this. A lot of their players now TP away. That's Hunter's Fury, Derek. Spot is a lot of these players skipping a hop, rotating around, but
a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is a ton of damage. The Foot have cut noise now. And when is their time to strike? Shock Dart's going to be revealing that they are still loitering this area. Another one used to clear that alarm bot close. Danger for Cryo. Has to smoke. Gets him away from that angle. The one-way though. Surely you don't take this, but he's got the confidence. Starburst across to the side, and he does contain.
That's absurd.
Straight down with the Phantoms.
What a shutdown. That was over in a flash. Foot never stood a chance. Cryo with the most important kill of the round. I don't know how he hits that on a jet. Dashing through.
Almost OT chala gaya tha, almost.
This feels like
Asura ne 1v2, 1v3 hai.
He comes out on top, just that kind of player.
Takes a special oppa to be able to make the Omen op work on this map, I think.
Yeah. Try it in your ranked games, please.
Moj put in an awful spot here. And take a glance at the economy on the rest of the Foot. It is not looking pretty. They've been somewhat dangerous in ecos, but most of the time, 100 Thieves have controlled it.
10 seconds left.
Derek's just going hunting, hopping around with the judge.
Yeah, they want this rifle.
Moj is miles away.
I don't know what Derek will be able to do on the long sidelines, but...
We're going to be going into the 12th here, though. And like you said earlier, Brent, I think Foot are going to be very frustrated at the half. No matter which way, whether they win this next round or not, they're still not in a great position to win the series. After on Haven, they had their chances.
And this is the signs of
that's so good.
Where you get really tested as a competitor is being able to ignore the past. Focus on one round at a time, the next map only. But it's one thing to say that and another thing to do.
What can you do with 3 Spectres and a Stinger? I think overwhelming the A site, definitely a possibility.
One option, but that slow orb is going to be stopping any pace towards Belt, and it wasn't quite the idea here for Foot.
There's going to be a bit of a fake play here. They're pushing Cryo off the angle, and look at how that draws the rotate. 100 Thieves leaving the A site completely. Worried about mid, for example. And that's partly because the recon dart saw nothing on A. Just, they haven't seen a sniff of Footballist. And that's given Foot the opening.
Yeah, this is a really important timing. Right now, it's up to Foot to try and capitalize, because 100 Thieves, the longer they wait now, the more the players are going to start to reinforce this area, anchoring it with their presence. And Asuna just aiming a little bit too high there. Horn has to be broken. Updraft over the top. Kiwi moves his way forwards. Head revealed. Prowler in his face as well, but that's going to be a dart to push them back. Now a snake bite.
The reflank in mid is so good here from Moj.
And Moj,
I think it's going to win them the round.
Yep, the value to be found, and he does claim that kill.
That means no paranoia, no smokes for the retake. That's part of why they're running Cryo and Omen.
Left into this one, 100 Thieves are scrambling, yet still, when the pressure's mounting, these players look like diamonds. And Bang's left to it. 1v2. Players are potentially weak. And Foot just have to double up and find the kill, and that they will. Bang not afforded the same openings that his team has been in the past. So an 8-4 half will be what we see in this final map here of this absolutely unreal Stellar series.
early, get a good read on where 100.
Favorable for them as we head into that second half because of the round.
I love it.
And yeah, 100 Thieves.
What the fuck this stat? What's the stat guy doing, dude? Give us something useful, bro. He's roasting the rest of us.
This pistol, it's a must-win for a footballist, in my opinion. Their comp doesn't look crazy defense-sided by any means. They also need to keep that mental resilience.
All right, big pistol.
Fallen has talked about previously too. It's a bit of a weakness on their team. Keep focused. There might still be chances to beat 100 Thieves yet.
Are they doing a plant shot?
Starts here. The Paranoia is going to be pushing out a captain away. Wall's going to be used in
They are.
this one.
Why do you think
Peter's
so?
doing the lineup? Yeah.
One of the options available to
Because normally if if they're not doing a plant shot, he goes on the rogue.
Plant top side.
This is.
Wait a minute. What's this? This is new.
They're cooking. What is this? Reverse.
Oh, this is kind of cool. It's actually like doing the, you know how they wall off like screens, the opposite.
Very hard to guard this though in the post.
Yeah, that's the problem. It doesn't give any control or anything. But he's sitting on the bomb, so it's being well guarded now. Yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't seem that good. I feel like he meant to go on the wall to nest. I don't know. Actually.
Still, slow ups now pushing them back. This is where it could get tricky. Up close, and my goodness, just
what were they meant to do?
I dislike that post out of 100 Thieves. Like they looked like they didn't really know what to do.
Something went wrong for sure.
Yeah, something definitely went wrong right there.
I think the wall. I don't know where the wall was supposed to be. I really don't.
Maybe I could see that work if Bang goes like double mollies and uses his orb for the post.
Yeah, they play like an insane post.
But like Asuna seemed like he didn't know what to do after he planted. Like he went back, then back up. Yeah, back and then forward. Like they didn't really have a plan for that.
They could have definitely played post with like one way's top sight, Viper Molly, Killjoy Molly, shocks, but they didn't do that.
Yeah, they played up. It's weird.
It was also a bad plan to play back, so maybe that's why.
Not for belt. Maybe it was supposed to be open for belt. Maybe that was the small error. Like they edge it out a bit more on the angle, and it's planned for belt.
Yeah, something definitely went wrong though. I agree. Looked weird.
Do we like the force buy?
I kind of like it. I like the attack force buy. Attack force buy, you can, as an attack, you can get like a 4-on-1 if you wanted to, right? On defense, you don't control where the attackers go. So it's nice.
They have 4 of the best gun in the game.
That's a good point.
However, with the drone seeing nothing, and now the Haunt seeing nothing as well.
4 Spectres versus 4 Stingers? Are we about to really find out which gun's better?
Better gun, yeah.
Today we find out.
You're gonna go through this, I think. Oh wow, the K is so annoying there.
Great play from him. Spectre.
As soon as on the rope.
What the awareness?
Oh, big kill by Cryo too. Follow up is huge.
Great swing timing.
Sage is so out of this.
Foot left in dire circumstances. It's a 2v3.
Time's ticking. It's planning for belt as well. Oh, they're getting caught though. Wait.
Just lined up. Mr. Fallen.
Oh, the headshot. He needed the headshot. This is tough. That shot hits? No, it doesn't hit. If it hits, you can body shot him, but
he
missed anyway. Wait, this guy's moving. Stay still. What's wrong with you?
Nothing to push it back.
Oh my god.
Dude.
That's
so unlucky because you could just see the comms. Like Derek is holding bell to the sight cross. He's like, all right, I got your guys' right. I got you guys' right. They can come left side 410. But that guy was already Gen.
Yeah.
He was just hiding Gen.
Yeah.
Terribly.
Good point. I thought it was because they were like getting ready to double swing, but that makes more sense that he was holding it and they thought it was covered.
Yeah, because he was holding that for so long. So why would he think there's so many gens?
Big patience by that guy too. He waited so long for his fucking teammate.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh, Derek, out in the open there.
Oh, and he has to cancel the drone just in case.
Yeah, he stopped the drone.
Somebody to punish. And from football, there was no one there.
Yeah, no one would have punished that, but gotta play with caution.
I'd like to see.
Yo, Foot has double their money.
Towards the middle of the map a lot more.
What?
They have a Seize Molly for plant here on it.
What did I just read?
Do they
Fuck
use
that I
that?
just read.
Try and find those openings in the map.
Seize Molly.
Much more open.
Yeah, because
that's huge. If they do
oh,
it.
that's a bad wall.
Oh no, not again!
They have to break a portion of it, yeah.
Oh.
They don't know. They don't know it's a bad wall.
I think they do now.
No, they don't.
That's fucked.
No fuel in attack.
He walked in. He gave him it.
Still moving forward.
Actually big. It's still like very claustrophobic on the site. Not gonna lie.
So slightly.
Oh my
They ran
God.
through. They ran through. This guy's an op already? What the fuck?
What?
How about a third round op?
What is happening right now?
I think this round just got really messy off the wall missing.
Calls are being made for 100 Thieves to try and react and try and adapt to what's being thrown at them.
That's why I like using the wall like diagonally right there, because I feel like even if you fuck it up when it's diagonal, you're gonna get one side.
Yeah.
At very least.
Wait.
Oh?
Just fouled.
Okay.
Has just made this so much more dangerous. And the labored shot.
That wall was amazing, actually.
Down to 11 health.
On second
Yeah.
thought.
That wall.
To go off.
Lot of utility still.
Wow, he fucking didn't go off of it.
Patient play. Snakebite on the one side to give him a bit of an
Oh
opening.
fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
He needs to land a shot, waits for it. Spike
No.
Timing! Timing! That's insane, bro. Both players played it so crazy.
They're looking away at just the wrong
This Cracks guy is fucking cold for how he played it, by the way.
11 health. Cracks being able to pull that one through.
He did not flinch on either tap. He waited for the full plant, and then even after, he still waited a longer. Like, the way he moved up was just crazy.
Some great shots being hit, though, from the 100 Thieves players.
Yeah, just from seemingly nowhere.
Yeah, I mean...
Spiral, though, they did a lot of damage. Considering the bad Sage wall, they did really good here.
A bad ball. Cryo was forced to make a play.
Oh, good. We got guns now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Foot's money is shot because they invested so much there. So, like, they might even... Will they save here? Like a half buy, maybe?
On your attack.
I don't know. They surely he picked up the op, right? Surely they picked up that op. I
wonder if he got it.
No, they. Oh, they did.
They did, yeah. That's actually big for him.
And a full buy.
Yeah, a couple light armors, not too bad.
Look how open mid and B are.
Yeah, there's just no presence there. Not even at the beginning of the round.
I think there's some great opportunity for the 100 Thieves players, be it Bang or be it Stella, to work Tube a bit. Especially off the back of
this looks like some kind of mid lurk play for Bang.
On the outsides of
He's taking his timing.
Oh, there's a lot of people holding this.
There is. Can he get out? He can. Wow. What a crazy play, bro. Everyone else is just defaulting, by the way. And I think they were making noise on B. Pretty sure like Derek droned it, but still. Like I was watching it.
If Mosh is watching that, it's hard for Bang
Snow
to win the
TP?
duel. Bang though, one away.
Respawn.
His ult online.
Just yellow to clear it.
That clears out
Interesting.
yellow, so they
That's what
can
we're using the
save
Omalo
some
for?
of their utility.
Okay. I guess.
All in the way though. Got to chew through this one, and with 40 seconds remaining.
He's got Sova ult, this guy. I wonder if he pops it on top. Yeah, he does. That's gonna be so annoying.
It's gonna be terrible if the Sage gets a kill. If Sage gets a kill and res it's gonna be bad.
Spike's still down though, and they do.
You already got res actually.
Res now online. Cryo back in the fight. Is there gonna be any spam to this? Is there gonna be any punish?
That's why I actually thought that was the defense.
Oh, look at the smoke. The smoke's perfect to cover the fucking ult. Wow, this is perfect.
Spam it. Spam it all.
Oh my god, they're so low.
Click your mouse, quick!
They're so low.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
let's go.
That smoke is so nice to cover the side of the ult. I like that.
That is actually so nice.
Mr. Fallen runs
Dude, I was so
away with
nervous.
his
I
stealth
thought
between
for
his
some reason when I
legs.
glanced down, I
Big
thought that was the
mistake from him
defensive
in this
Sage.
round, missing
Please
that
don't fucking
Hunter's
get a kill
Fury
in
onto
this
the
bit.
plant. Asuna got a 3-1.
Yeah, you rooting for the right team?
And that allows
Yeah.
Hunter Thieves to get set up into a much more stable position.
Oh,
He's going to get the gun
football
taken
fan.
away as well.
Guys, I'm not getting into this drama. Stop. If you keep spamming it, I'm gonna ban you.
Yeah, that was such an important.
lurking too. Bang's ahead of the wall.
Oh, wait. Wait, this guy's aware as fuck. I think that Sage called the timing. Wow. But he's walking up tube. Bang.
Looking for that reclear as well to the bottom of tube. This plan though is going to go down.
Oh my god, oh my god. He's aiming so low. Oh my god, what a flick.
He had two.
Oh, he has res though.
Yeah, he does have res. Who does he res?
Now doesn't have to worry.
Viper was actually one off his ults, but I don't know how much that helps.
You must get Kiwi, bro.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it, Resby.
So much time.
Oh, Peter's.
What the fuck?
No, that's
too early,
Peter.
too early. Too early. Oh!
Oh! Guardian. Just tap from the gun, finding two of the heads. Still 2v2. Widest.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dude, that was so early by Peter.
Dude, I know. It looked so fucked. We just see him break the wall, run out and die.
I thought he was gonna break wall and wait, but now he just runs in.
Yeah, I think he thought they were like already upside, I guess. But yeah, too early.
That's alright. A round's a round. Derek went crazy here.
Shuts down Kiwi and finds a second out of it. How's he managed that?
Salvaged it.
I mean, the player that has just been
EA has officially parted ways with Cloud9.
Yeah, that's what the chat was saying. It's announced by Cloud9?
By George, so same thing.
Okay.
Just been dumpstering the foot players.
Yeah, it's been real prowess being showcased. I mean, the guy is, like we said, working his way into mid.
I heard they're trialing prod.
It says Marv is on the list of trials on his thing, but
a fair few of those on the defense side too, with Asuna just playing fantastically. But on attack,
that's
he's there when his team needs him to trade.
Very weird.
To open up space too.
Very weird.
I mean, you pointed it out actually when we were watching him. It's not that his crosshair placement is actually that great, but he still wins the duel. His flicks, his accuracy, superb. And the pressure's back on foot. They take a timeout and are coming back into this round with a pit to work with and Kiwi on the operator.
It feels like this entire series is just hinging on little plays, miracles almost as well to keep either side into it with the thrifties. And the economy has just been honest the entire time.
Yeah, it has.
What the fuck?
Over the top, Viper's pit dropped down. That's an interesting one. Falls to the ground, but it does cover enough.
What's the game audio so low?
The front section
What's happening?
Yeah, just the classic Pac-Man ult.
Yep. The drone as well to reclear. That actually doesn't see anything. 100 Thieves avoided it.
Derek's still got his drone. Could use it to push Kiwi off the op angle or to challenge this pit. I still think it would be a good idea to run a lot of 4-1 defaulting here.
And they're fighting the ult.
Go through mid, but
super heavy fighting the ult.
100 Thieves balled up, ready to trade out in the pit.
They are making so much noise. Smoke over the top, sets up back.
Not sure what they want to do here.
This is still quite difficult.
But now they know there's 3 players here. They've heard a Prowler, a Dart, and obviously there's the pit in front of them. And here's the problem, if 100 Thieves had control
Mitsubi? Yo, Mitsubi goes hard.
But instead they're just moving
They
together
alarm bot the pit exit and leave Bang to lurk pipes. He's getting this kill.
Yeah.
Mid to
Especially
A.
if they get kills here. Wait, they're going mid to A. What the fuck?
They're using it to try and go mid to A around the Viper's
fuck.
pit.
There's 4 on A though.
Hunter's Fury as well.
3 on A, yeah, this is fucked.
Once more, the common angles, pushing forward.
Oh, the trades go crazy. They know Viper's in the pit somewhere.
Use that extra element.
And the alarm bot's gonna see him?
Yeah, they know where he is now. That's fucking huge. The alarm bot worked out perfect too. Oh my god!
Wow.
Experts!
Beautiful play.
Expert level, bro.
Wow.
Bro, the mid to A is crazy. It's a crazy call.
Nana Swan pushes him forwards. Another smoke as well, down to 53 health. And
with the Omen smoke as well? That's fucking perfect.
What a call, that's insane.
Damn, that was sick. With the Hunter's Fury too. Because the Hunter's Fury is what gave them those lines. That was fucking clean.
Yeah, and the alarm bot worked out perfect too.
They're able to do that because
yeah.
in the play.
So they fucking wall under the tube so you can't get seen from B, and they smoke Boiler, and then they blind through Boiler on the push.
Or from spawn, so massive risks being taken there for 100 Thieves to call a strat like that. But the timing just worked impeccably.
We tipped the hat.
They had so many layers with it. You know, Derek ulting allows the players from screens to swing and get trade kills. Bang goes through the ult.
Mr. Fallen was in an awkward position. Why was he top 410?
When he's going through the ult,
Well,
maybe we're looking
I
at
feel like
it
his spot
from
isn't
anyway,
that
but
bad
everything worked
if they're coming from A because the Viper ults.
And whereas
But to be fair, if the Viper dies, he's so fucked. But yeah, I think it's just like they came through mid, so it just worked out really. Also, Bang's lurk through was like perfect.
That one play. Cooking up all sorts. I mean, obviously a little bit of RNG at play as well, Derek.
I like this tag actually. 100 Thieves.
Fuck
with this.
As the scoreline.
Because this is usually the round that'll be a steal.
I can't believe Kiwi can afford an op.
The previous foot eco round
He saved
caught him
it.
so unaware. And maybe it's because he's
Did he?
identified
Save it?
some holes in how foot are playing and feels like
Didn't
he's
he?
got
I thought
Yeah,
he
I
saved
think
it.
he saved it.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think there's a number
Oh,
of things
okay, they
that 100
saved
Thieves
that,
can do
okay.
here, but it all starts with absorbing aggression early on. You've got to anticipate something happening. With the way that Foot have been playing the defense side, stacking 4A,
This is our time now?
Sean is
Wait.
thinking about that play in his head. He just didn't even realize the guy saved.
I was deciphering what Sean was saying too, so I wasn't looking closely either.
Kiwi, though, did save an operator rather than the Blade Storm, so maybe they're more worried about
Why
that
did we
aspect
time
of
out
it.
here? Do you
Either
know?
way,
I think it's
100 Thieves are 2 rounds away from
Mike could
winning
have.
right?
to
It could have
face
been like the players after that round were like
Fnatic
really
Fury.
fucking overhype and not focused on like
Oh.
making the call in the next round. So Mike might have called the timeout, just like reel him in.
anything but
It's usually after
expected.
big rounds, like emotions get super high, and that was a super big round they just won.
than anyone could have predicted for this
Makes
team.
sense.
And that is full credit to EDG and now Foot.
Pushing teams to the limit. Those expectations. Now we'll see how they manifest in this round.
They
here for
spotted the
Foot,
op
because
at B right away.
it's that 3-round deficit. Drone, straight down mid. That saw quite a bit of the attacking side there of 100 Thieves. Couple of players being spotted out.
You're not actually holding anybody to watch for a B push, but there's nobody there. It's only Kiwi with his operator.
Yeah.
And that puts the pressure on everybody else on Foot to win the round, because Kiwi's going to be a long way from this hit.
Viper wall up now. Slow orbit to the back as
That
well.
guy's so fucked.
See that dart. Gonna be a wall up. See that plant.
Nice. Nailed the wall this time. Let's go.
Like the
Sway that
wall,
one, of
yeah.
course. The rifles to try and break down the wall. But how do they hold this in the post plans? 100 Thieves have had difficulties with this. When the
Shaky
same
hands, shaky walls.
been landing on the one
Yeah.
side of 410. Dart over the top
Oh,
now,
third.
Arsenal in trouble.
Could have died there.
Still.
I like him
Steve's
playing
gonna hold
up.
us back, breaking out
Probably
into
not,
the lead on the alarm bot. That's gonna signal something, pushing forward.
safe, but I
High-risk
like
play,
it.
But it pays off. Kill's still gonna be found for them. Wall gonna be blocking the
Oh,
side
they're
of
heating
this,
up.
100
They're
Thieves.
heating up.
Looking so clean.
Is
Kiwi's
dead
gonna
now.
escape.
Nice.
Last player standing.
Aw,
He operated, but he
shit.
does not get out alive. At 100 Thieves, they find themselves now to series points.
Damn,
to
Foot are
match
gonna be
point.
really thinking about that map
They should have been on the
too,
wrong end of one on Haven, but they managed to
because they
escape and avoid
let it slip and it
Now they
cost
find
them
themselves in
big
the
time, bro.
controlling
That's a
part.
it's gonna be a tough loss if it goes this way.
I mean, taking the operator out of the hands there at the end of Kiwi means they don't have to worry about it at all. They can look at the economy. They know that Foot can't
Good
afford one.
timeout. Good
I think that
timeout.
just means
Who called
100
it?
Thieves can be a little safer, or rather
Actually,
feel a bit
Asuna,
safer
he said
heading into this round.
he needs a minute.
Kiwi is going to be the player challenging them here.
And he has to be the difference maker.
He's got no one to stop this.
Team's tournament life on the line of his shoulders, but he doesn't get a freebie. No easy kills offered. Just a dash to disengage, but does he want to try and take this fight? The confidence is still there.
Oof, Kiwi's dead. Round's
So
over.
good.
Yes, yeah. GG.
Back now one away from his ultimate too if he decides to go for the plant. This looks all knotted up. A nice little bow on it. 100 Thieves
Do you have res? They don't have res either.
firmly.
The wall's
And mess
good.
with The wall
They just have to
too.
go
Wall's
through those
good. We have res.
Oh my God, the
Wall
stars are
up.
really
Nice.
aligning.
Preventing that util from denying the plant.
It's happening.
Setting themselves up now in that
Reynolds.
4v5. It's Foot that need a miracle.
82.
Oh.
Information.
Ooh.
Not too sure where that one
Spicy,
was.
no.
He
spicy.
Now they're scared.
He splits up the one side of
They're
the site.
so
They're
scared.
worried
Look
about
at
the flank. They're so worried
Oh
about it.
God.
And time is running low.
This Omen smoke is so annoying yellow as well. That is so hard to scale up on.
There we go.
As soon as I fuck it, I'm taking us home.
100 Thieves.
Oh.
GG, dude. Foot are gonna be
Oh my
so
God.
Let's go.
mauled. from the map
I
too.
wasn't even nervous ever.
I never doubted them for a second.
11-11 half buy with the judge and the knives on Short Haven.
A good run for their money.
Holy.
Wow.
Hey, props to fucking Foot. They played so good. 100 Thieves definitely stepped the fuck up, I'm not gonna lie. But Foot showed, like, I'm really impressed by them. I'm really impressed.
In every tough moment.
Kind of a banger.
I'm still amazed that they dodged.
So do we know who 100T plays next or no?
But I think that might have just been an
Just straight up. They play the winner of Fnatic's Furia, so.